Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Had to hit the opera on you nuggers. Now, if you didn't have a chance to, we had the Dan Patrick show. Damian Lillard went on there. And please go check it out because Dan Patrick shows you how it's done journalistically wise. Journalistically wise, who's tanking to avoid y'all? Chris, they gonna give y'all the championship, dog. Like it's already written. LeBron and AD gonna come back. They gonna get 100 million calls. Y'all gonna win the championship. I already see it. But anyway, Damian Lillard came out and said on the Dan Patrick show, please go check that show out. Go check that show out. Chris, if the Clippers play y'all first round, they're going to beat y'all. You guys are not going to beat the Clippers first round. So it's best if you guys try to battle for the 7th or the 8th seed. The Clippers lost because they want to match up with y'all in the first round. They're not scared of you. They match up perfectly against you guys, win healthy or without. The teams the Clippers have trouble with is the Mavericks and the Nuggets. Those are the only two teams who give them trouble. For some reason, they do not match up well against the Clippers. Against the Mavericks or the Nuggets. And I think the Jazz give them some problems too. So, but against y'all, they match up perfectly against y'all. What's up, Mr. KC? Salute, Steve. Salute the real Zay Money. Ain't seen you in a while, man. We love. Hold on, y'all. I gotta send out these things to everybody to let everybody know that we're live right now. Now, Damian Lillard was on the Dan Patrick show. Make sure you guys go watch that interview. And basically, Dan Patrick asked him, who's the best player in the league? Damian Lillard, basically, of course, he's going to say LeBrownies at first, but he said in a shocker, because I thought LeBrownies was his quote-unquote buddy. He basically came out and said after he said something about LeBrownies that when healthy or if healthy, Kevin Durant is the best player in the game. And we've been telling you guys this for years. But you guys keep on trying to promote a bum. I put my video out. LeBrownies is a top 80 player of all time. So experts, stop capping. Stop capping to sell your merchandise. Stop lying to these idiots who actually played the game with passion. This guy here is the most overrated player in history. He's the greatest player in the game. He's the greatest player of today. You guys don't want to give him that credit because your nose is so far up LeBrownie's butt that you guys don't see any other player. If LeBrownies is the best player in the league, why is it that everybody keeps disrespecting him? They didn't do this to Kobe Bryant. They didn't do this to Michael Jordan. They didn't do this to Magic Johnson. Larry Bird came out during that era and said Magic Johnson was the best player in the league. Why is every have you guys woke up and seen the or smelled the coffee? Ty Drakis, you're a LeBrownie stan. You believe he's the best of all time. So nobody hears you. What's up, Kraken? Let's get it cracking, nigga. Let's get it cracking, nigga. And it just is mind-boggling to me. All these players keep saying somebody is the best. You guys continuously keep on trying to fight it. The Lakers are a better team without him. Look at what the Lakers have been doing. They have been winning games, the tough games, without him. They just won the other night without him or that soft-ass cupcake, Cottonelle Davis. Cottonelle Davis and LeBrownie's Blames, they won without them. They have been doing well without them. What's up, Sterling, man, my Florida brother? What's up, Erica? Nice to meet you. What's up, Lee? The Lakers have won games without this guy. Even when they had the young talent before they were still doing well. Even though they lost games, they still were being competitive. When he tried to trade them behind their back, then tried to act like everything was cool when he got back, this guy made an excuse talking about, we're going to activate playoff mode. Do y'all remember that? It was 2 years ago he said we're activating playoff mode. They played so poorly with him on the court. He went out. He took games off the rest of the season. Then he had his quote-unquote doctor come out and say, oh, he had an injury that didn't heal right, wasn't well. The person playing with that injury would not make it during the season. Did he say that? And then it came out later on he was being sued for filing a false injury report that same season. You can look this up. This guy comes up with so many excuses. His teams carry him. He don't carry his teams. And you guys continuously support the fake. You support the fake, but you applaud, but you hate and continue to shit on the greatest, the realest guys out there. The guys who actually play. The guys who actually play with heart. Damian Lillard also said in this piece, he said, Dan Patrick asked him, not picking anybody on his team. He asked Damian Lillard, if you wanted a 2-on-2 battle, who would you go to the court with to play a 2-on-2 or any type of game? Do you know what Damian Lillard said? He said, if I'm going to the court to win for my life, to win the game, I'm picking Kevin Durant. He picked Kevin Durant. Why didn't he pick LeBron? Why did all these guys don't pick LeBron? He picked Kevin Durant. I would go to the court to win a game for my life with my teammate being Kevin Durant. But you guys still don't see it because you're blind witnesses. Y'all are blind to the faith. You guys are blind to the faith. Damian Lillard said this. And Damian Lillard frowns upon guys teaming up. And he still gave Kevin Durant his flowers. You guys didn't even give Kobe his flowers. Kobe's finally getting his flowers. Why did it take for him to die for Michael Jordan to give him his damn credit? Something we been knew about, that he was mentally tougher than Michael. I told you guys 6 or 7 years ago that Kobe Bryant was better than Michael Jordan and mentally tougher. Y'all laughed at me. Everybody laughed at me. Everybody was like, you're stupid. You don't know basketball. What did Michael Jordan just say? He just said Kobe Bryant was more mentally tougher than him. You guys need to start listening to the real and stop watching this bull crap BSPN or Cox Sports where they jack LeBron off all day. Yeah, I'm angry, Terrell, because I'm tired of guys like Ty Drakis, Mr. V, LBJ King, and all these trolls who don't know basketball. Basketball is not about stats. It's not about records. It's about what you do on that court consistently. Consistently, LeBrownies has been given a pass. He's never held to the fire. He's always said that he's the best player in the world, and he never shows it. He never shows it. He's a front-running punk. You seen the other night, he's going to tell his reps, I'm playing in the New York Knicks game. What happened after that? He going to come out later on saying, oh, I'm not going to play this game. I'm not going to play this game at all. Then why would you say anything? And then your team is out there battling against the good, probably one of the best teams in the East. You on the sideline talking about, yeah, all acting like a cheerleader, you soft-ass dude. You soft. If you had the balls of a Kobe or a Michael Jordan, you would have had your bald-headed ass out there playing that game. And you would have went out there and said, I'm LeBron James. I'm the best player in the world. But no, you cried like a little bitch. You cried like, and you walked over here to the sideline talking about good job, clapping. And you ain't even do nothing. Your team's been out there battling in the war without you. You leaving your team out to dry. You over there drinking wine and crap. How the hell you a great player? Great players don't sit out when it's time to win. You go out there and try to make the playoffs, not no damn play-in. What's up, Andrew Walker? What's up? You're the leader of the team, and you're letting your guys go out here in these last games of the season to fight. Your punk ass ain't been doing nothing. You ain't been doing anything. And I'm tired of all you LeBron fans. I'm glad Damian Lillard said this. Damian Lillard spoke the damn truth. He spoke the truth. He spoke the truth. He let all of you guys know that KD is the best when healthy. He's unstoppable. He's unguardable. The only way he'll lose is if he decides to lose. If he doesn't do it. This junk is crazy to me. You got LeBron fans talking about he's not the best. LeBron, the best. How is he the best? How is LeBron the best? What has he shown on the court he's the best this season? He hasn't shown it. His supporting cast has been saving his ass the whole season. And then because of when you were on that winning streak before you hurt your ankle, you was losing games until Dennis Schroeder came back and had to save your ass. Dennis Schroeder had to come back and win those games because you ain't have enough cojones to win it yourself. You out there talking about, well, we need Dennis out there. You need Dennis? I thought you was the king. I thought you was the chosen one. You're the chosen one, right? You're the one supposed to be like, I'm the chosen one. I'm the guy. You ain't no damn chosen one. You the fake one. You the fake one. And I don't care how many championships you win. You are not a top 80 player. You're not. You're playing as if you want to talk about talent, you're one of the greatest talents we've ever seen. But as far as a player, playing what I need you to play, being a leader, taking it on the chin, you won't do nothing. You sit down and quit. You always looking for an excuse. Have y'all noticed that he builds in an excuse all the time before the playoffs start or when a big game starts? He always pulls something out his ass talking about, well, I ain't 100%. I ain't 100%. My leg's still hurting. Come on, dog. Your doctors have cleared you for the past 2 weeks. You've been cleared to play. You've been cleared to play. And your coach just aired your ass out because he's tired of getting the blame. He came out and said, look, LeBron's sitting out because he's not hurt. He's sitting out due to non-medical reasons. Why would your coach say that? You know why? He's tired of you throwing him under the bus. He's tired of all these shenanigans. He's tired of it. You're not a great player. You're not. I don't care how many stats you put up. I don't care how many people spam my page or how many people dislike my videos. I don't care. You're not a great player. You're not. When it was time for you to answer the bell, you couldn't do it. You couldn't do it. You look for somebody else to bail you out. Anthony Davis and Rondo carried you the whole bubble championship, and they don't get 1 ounce of credit. Then this season, remember, he said we're going to put the offense around AD. Yeah, right. He came out attempting more shots and dominating the ball more than Anthony Davis. This guy don't care about nobody but his damn stats. He is, Terrell. He's the best player of this generation, of this new NBA. Kevin Durant's the best player. Steph Curry is the most impactful player. Listen to what I'm saying. Kevin Durant is the greatest player of this generation. Stephen Curry has the greatest impact on the game of this era. So I got both of them over LeBron. I do. The most skilled player of this generation, the most skilled, is Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving is the most skilled player of this era. The most skilled. The greatest defender, the best defender of this era has been Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard has been the greatest player of this generation. I mean, not the greatest, but the greatest defender and all-around player of this era. He's been balling. The guy's a beast. Exactly. Playoff mode talks. Exactly. KD is the best player of this generation. Kyrie is the most skilled player of this generation. And Steph is the most impactful player of this generation. He is. Steph Curry has changed the game. He has changed the game. And Steph Curry, even though he's not vocal, he doesn't run out on his team. He's still there on the sideline. He's next to his teammates, whether they're winning by 50 or getting blown out by 50. He is still there. Kevin Durant still was there all last year when his team was losing. He was right there on the bench with those guys fighting, teaching, preaching. That's what leaders do. That guy is not a leader. He is a front runner. The only time he leads is when something good is going on. When there is something good going on in his game, when there's something good that's going on, when they're winning, when they have a winning record, that's the only time he wants to lead. That's the only time he wants to lead. They were losing the other night. Do you know what this punk did when they lost to the Washington Wizards? He got up off the bench and walked to the back. He didn't come out and greet his team. He came out and gave Russell Westbrook some dap and was talking to him about coming to the Lakers. So was Anthony Davis. Yeah, Melo's better than Bron. Right, Russell way better. Oh, my bad, Kraken. Harden is the best. Harden is the best scorer of this generation. He's the best scorer of the basketball since Kobe Bryant. The best scorer, and he's one of the best floor generals we've ever seen. A combination of scorer and floor general. We've never seen that before. He is a one-of-a-kind player. He's up there on my list. Giannis Antetokounmpo is the most athletic player we've ever seen of this generation. LBJ is great at passing and deflecting blame. That is what he's great at. Lobo, what's up, me brother? What's up, Outlaw? Exactly. He's going to get a whole bunch of new teammates and watch this narrative. He's the best player in the world. Watch. How are you the best player in the world and you got to keep stacking your teams? You done got two of the best 6 men of the year. Then you got one of the best players in the game on your team. Then you got some of the top role players that was out there. You stack your deck every year. Now watch when next year comes. He's going to get rid of all these guys. He's going to bring in a whole new batch of guys. Yep, Outlaw. Y'all go check out Who Did It This Time page, man. Who Did It has some great stuff up. I caught a few of his videos. Exactly, Lobo. He has been. He is. He's the most overhyped and overglorified player ever. He is. I'm so sick and tired of people trying to tell me, well, look at his stats. He's like third behind Kareem, and oh, look at his assists. Oh, what does that mean? This dude was averaging a triple-double in his finals, and he lost. But yet, you guys are diss Dak Prescott and say, oh, Dak Prescott's putting up garbage yards. He's putting up garbage yards. But when LeBron's doing the same thing in a loss, you guys say, oh, man, what can he do? Look at the stats he put up. But when I use that same argument for Dak Prescott, you guys blast me. You guys blast me. But if I say LeBron, he's putting up garbage numbers, you know what y'all going to say? Man, no, man, he had to do it. Who else he got on his team? Who else he got on his team, huh? Who else he got on his team? You see the hypocrisy that just said, did you hear what I just said? The hypocrisy. If Dak Prescott puts up a bunch of yards and lose, y'all will say it's garbage yards. But if LeBronies put up the same amount of stats, points, rebounds, assists, a triple-double, y'all will praise him. Y'all will praise him to the end of the earth. Y'all will be like, thank you, God. Lord King James. Lord King James. Oh, we're not worthy. Oh, we're not worthy. Sounding like y'all been gobbling on that man all night. What's going on, bro? Come on. It's crazy. He's not the best player in his class. D-Wade, Bosh, Melo, Josh Howard was better than him. He wasn't touching them guys. Right. Russ averaged a triple-double 4 years in a row, but they criticize him. But if LeBron James averaged a triple-double, they'll be praising him. They'll be praising him. It's crazy to me. Exactly. That's what they're going to do. Of course they should have gave KD the keys. They should have gave KD or Steph Curry the keys. They should have gave it to Steph. Steph should have had the keys. Oh, he wouldn't have survived. Who did it? Exactly. That pissed me off. Man, forget Cole album. I'm still on Conway's album. What's up, Nick?
So now you understand what I go through when I get mad at these idiot LeBron fans, bro. You understand?
Yeah, stupid. It's like Damian Lillard came out and gave his honest opinion. He was on Dan Patrick's show. Make sure everybody go see Dan Patrick. He basically said, like, look, when healthy, KD's the best player in the league. And these LeBron James, these LeBron fans still got mad at him. I'm like, how y'all gonna hate on Dame Lillard? Dame Lillard don't even like when these guys team up. And he still gave KD his flowers. And see, this is what's gonna happen. When KD passes away or die, that's when everybody gonna give him his flowers. Watch what I tell you.
There was never a player like him before. We should have at least gave him his flowers when he was here.
Right.
Right.
That's what they're gonna do.
James Harden, he was such a great scorer,
Right.
but you
What
know,
up, fellas?
it
What
was
up,
some
what up,
criticism about his athleticism, but we're gonna ignore that. But you know, and then Kyrie Irving too.
Oh yes, Kyrie, he does that, but he's a problem. He hates it because he spills the truth. But when it's LeBron,
Right.
you're a hater. You're hating on him. Like,
They're gonna be like, oh, he was so skilled, but we didn't like he didn't get all his praises, but you know, there was some situations during his time of playing and stuff. You know, it's gonna be a whole bunch of stuff. It's like you can't give the flowers when they're here, but you're gonna give them hell while they're still playing. You know what I'm saying? It makes no sense. Just to glorify a bum that always pads his stats and always, you know,
And that's
gets
what I'm
new
saying.
teammates every year, man. This is
Right.
ridiculous.
That's what I'm saying. You're going to have this. What I don't understand. Like, dude, what has he shown to show he's the best? I can break down this dude's career. He doesn't have any signature moments.
He doesn't have any signature moves.
What the
Exactly.
decision is a signature moment.
Exactly. And that's the problem that I have that I'm pissed off about is that this would piss me off. Damian Lillard spoke from his heart. I respect Dame. Dame gave his honest opinion on everything. He gave Steph Curry his props. He gave everybody their props. And he even said, if I go to the court like I need it for my life, I'm picking KD. You got people in the comment section hating, like, oh, man, Dame, how could you say this, man?
What are you talking about? He's the best player
He
in the
is.
NBA. He has the
Right.
fundamentals.
Right. And then, you know, Dame Lillard was like saying, like, you know, he said that Steph is the greatest shooter of all time, period. Like, he is. Like,
That's
there's
a fact.
Definitely.
And then he was asking him where would he put himself. He said, I'm probably top 5, maybe top 8. Like, but I don't. He's like, well, why don't you put yourself higher? He's like, man, it's a lot of great shooters because
See, and that. Oh, go ahead.
you know, it's hard to put yourself like up there because, you know, you got Ray, you got Reggie, you got Bird, you got all these guys who was cooking. So he just giving his honest opinion and people still hating on it and stuff. They're still hating on when you give your honest opinion. And I keep telling people, okay, why are all these players saying that Kevin Durant's the best player and been the best player, but yet you guys don't want to believe it? Y'all did this with Kobe Bryant. Like I used to tell everybody, dude, I'm telling you, Kobe was I believe he's a little mentally tougher. I said this 6 or 8 years ago. I said when this dude went mad on me. He like, man, why would you say that? I'm like, well, because you got to think about it. Kobe was dealing with rape allegations. He was dealing with off the court drama with his wife at home. Then he had to come to the court and play. Dude, that stuff would have broke everybody. Like,
Facts.
like how many people?
And he lost his kid too.
Right. And he had to
Miscarriage.
deal with Shaq hating on him. So,
Yep.
like, what else do you like, dude? That's mental toughness, and this dude,
And Phil Jackson too.
yeah, and he dealt with Phil Jackson hating on him. So it's like, dude, you're going to work, and the people around you don't even like you either. So it's like,
Talk about pressure.
Right.
And then you got half of LA, you know, they was loving Shaq too, and then half of LA loved Kobe. So they're like, who is this new kid talking about Shaq like this? You know what I'm saying? So all that pressure that man was going through.
Yeah, but here's okay. But I want to say this though about about what Damian Lillard said about Kevin Durant. What Damian Lillard said about Kevin Durant, saying if he's healthy, he's the best player in the world. He's the best player in the NBA. At that, it shows how great, you know, how it's a testament to how great you really are. If you're not just people who watched you play saying how great you are, but people who have played against you saying that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, your peers.
How great you really are.
Yep, your peers.
By far.
What are they supposed to say? LeBron James is the best scorer, the best shooter?
When he's not.
That's what I'm saying. That would have made them happy of him saying that. That would have been
Yes, it
all over
would.
ESPN and stuff like that.
It's
Like
like this,
he's
man.
being
It's like this,
realistic.
dog. Hold on. It's like this, dog. I always allude to this. When Kobe Bryant in his book said that Kevin Durant had no weakness in his game. As time went on and his game evolved, he had zero weaknesses in his game. That shows you, man.
Facts.
Come on, dog.
I mean, you talking about somebody that studies the game, somebody that watches film countless. But you know, they say LeBron James is the only person that watches film and stuff like that.
Right.
But besides that, you know, he actually watched the game and actually studied players, as you could tell, because he learned a lot of moves from people. So you know, Kobe Bryant knows that man had no weakness at all. And then, you know, when he was younger, he had like probably a little bit of weakness, but he definitely overcome those weaknesses and turned them into
let's
his
talk
strength.
about it, though. Let's talk about it, bro. Kevin Durant, 7 feet tall, bro, can handle the ball and shoot like a guard. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Host games galore. Footwork is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible, great defender on ball. You know, all that.
But nobody, especially me, didn't care about that. They just want to down salt players instead of lifting players up, lifting players like KD, and Damian Lillard. No, they just want to lift this guy up, lift this guy up all the time, like he did no wrong in their eyes. But when it comes to players like others, like Kyrie, KD, and Damian, they always get the bash. It's like
always, and it's unfair. It's unfair, man. They're doing the same thing they did to Kobe, and I'm telling you, something's gonna happen to KD. I'm not wishing it on him, and that's when everybody's gonna want to come out and say, "Oh man, KD was great." Now they want to give him love and stuff. It's like, dog, it took y'all this long to give him love and stuff. It's like, dude, I was giving these players love even before they got in the league. I was giving Kobe love before he became the Kobe Bryant. Like, you gotta give respect where respect due. If a dude on the court or behind the scenes, as well as putting in work, you gotta show that love. This guy's out here, dog, dropping 50s, 60s. He dropped 81. It's like I've seen nobody on a scoring tear like that since Wilt Chamberlain, dog. You know how long ago that was? And then we just saw Michael Jordan killing, but we seen a kid coming out putting up bigger numbers than that in a stretch, in a prime stretch. We've never seen that in a long time. And nobody gave him his respect. They too busy trying to say LeBron or oh, he ain't this with Mike and he got to battle the Mike fans and all this. And it's like, dude, don't nobody want to give credit to greatness. If you're great, you're great. You got to give that up. You got to show that dude's a great player. Or you got to give him that respect. He's great. They give Tim Duncan. They still don't give Tim Duncan his flowers. They don't give him no love. They still don't give him love. They trying. This one dude tried to say LeBron was better than Tim. I said it. What? He better than Tim at losing. He's better than that. He's come to losing games. Like, yeah, he's great at that. But, dude, Tim Duncan was one away from being 6-0. A Ray Allen shot.
He was a Ray Allen shot away.
Right. Somebody that he manipulated and got him on the Heat. You know what I'm saying?
But we don't pay attention to that. All they pay attention was LeBron after that Ray Allen shot. Nobody paid attention to that.
Right. Ray Allen hit the shot. Bosh, the one who saved him, he tipped the ball to Ray Allen.
If it wasn't for both of them, we would have lost that. They would have lost that game. They were down 3-2.
Exactly.
But nobody cares about that.
Nobody cares about that. But Kobe, they'll bring
up. Didn't LeBron miss the shot that said all that?
Even before he missed the shot. I mean,
when he the one that missed the shot that led to all that.
Of course. You know, people always revert to in that game 6 when LeBron, after he got his headband knocked off, he started going off, scoring all these points. He ended up right in between that. He went back to turn over the ball, missing crazy shots all the way up to that 3-point shot that he missed. Then Chris Bosh ended up getting the rebound of Boris Diaw and kicked it out to Ray Allen.
Well, like I told them, Nick, I said that's cool. He scored all them points, but that's with no pressure.
That's with no pressure. Right.
That's no pressure. When there's no pressure, LeBron plays great because he don't have to worry about nothing. But when it's pressure on the line for your life, man, he gonna crumble.
He's gonna fold.
Oh, Kyrie, take the ball. I don't want
exactly. Yeah, you take the ball. Yeah, you take the ball, man. The pressure of winning for my city. I don't want that.
Right. I was just reading that. Yeah, that was just so funny how they just when he went against the Chicago, almost said the Bears, just Chicago Bulls, and like he watched the film, and supposedly he watched the film, and then I guess the other player was like, "Man, he knew all of our plays." I mean, how many plays do you think the Bulls run?
Yeah, they run 2 plays. That's losing, turning it over. That's it.
And then they made it a big thing. They shoot it all over ESPN. Like, oh my God, like LeBron, he knows so much of the game. Like he's the only person that watches the film. I'm like, are you serious? Like this is
like
crazy.
You never heard about LeBron watching any film until then.
He at home drinking wine.
Right. Basically.
Straight up, dog.
And yeah, I feel like going back on Kobe, man, I feel like the fans gave Kobe his love. You know what I'm saying? He had to win the fans back with everything.
Absolutely. I'm just talking about this fake ass media now.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna get to that.
And it's like, dude, don't show no love now. Don't do that.
Right.
Don't do that. I don't like when I pass away. Don't give me no fake love. If you didn't like me before, niggas still don't like me.
Exactly.
Don't come with that fake shit. Don't come. I hate that fake.
I can't stand that. Right. I cannot stand that.
Now, don't switch up trying to talk about, oh, well, Kobe was great when he did. Man, stop it. You was the main one talking about he ain't no top 10. He probably 15.
Exactly. The disrespect was ridiculous. Well, statistically, LeBron James is better than Kobe Bryant. I'm like, are you serious?
I saw that video that she put up about Rachel Nichols, HD. She's
I was tired, dog, because she's on the whole. Oh my God, Nick! I was getting pissed off by the minute. She on all the just lying, and I'm like, Rachel, why are you lying? You never was a Kobe Bryant fan. You used to hate Kobe.
Whoa, she said she was a Kobe Bryant fan.
Right?
Yeah, she's a Kobe Bryant fan now.
Oh hell no!
I'm like,
after all that shit she said.
Wow.
Yeah, on all the smoke, go look at it. It's her with Matt Barnes and Steve Jack. And I was pissed off at Matt and Steve. I was like, dog, how y'all gonna let this brawl come on?
Yeah, it's like, man, I would have called bullshit immediately.
Right. I understand because on her little show, she brought them on and she got them their start. But still, like, come on, dog, that's fake. He tried to give when he went out and trained Jason Tatum. Y'all blame him for Jason Tatum having a bad stretch.
Right.
Y'all was hating. Then he was trying to say something about Harden and that. You guys turned that around and made it like he was hating on Harden. And it was like, why does Kobe have to hate on Harden? He's better than Harden. Like,
exactly.
That don't make no sense. Who the hell?
You ain't got no reason to hate on James Harden. Trust.
Right, to hate on Harden, like Kobe, like what? Like, dude, Harden's not even better than T-Mac. So why would he hate on you? You're not on his level.
You're Potbelly James.
At all.
Talking about Kobe Bryant criticized his game and stuff like that.
Right.
Like that. Like he was he was just pointing out a point. Like, you're not gonna win a championship like that the way how he plays. You know what I'm saying? That's not criticism.
It's called constructive criticism. That's
right.
You know what? But you know what though? Even if Kobe was criticizing, guess what? Kobe's earned that right. When you get to a certain plateau in your career, just like if you were at your job and you're at a certain year mark, you have the right to school somebody younger than you, to let them know what they are doing wrong. It's your duty to do that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I just said. That's what I just said. Casey, that's what I just said. Constructive criticism. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah.
And you as a recipient, you should not take that as a diss or somebody hating on you. You should take that like, man, this person took the time out to tell me some knowledge that they went through that's gonna help me. But these knuckleheads nowadays, they don't look at it like that, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? They don't look at it like that.
Right. And that's all I'm saying. It's like that's why I got pissed off at Rachel Nichols, because I'm like, look, man, you lying, dog. You are a LeBron stan. You never liked Kobe. All of a sudden, that's why I hate he died. Not everybody want to just come give him flowers. It's like y'all should have gave him flowers when he played. Like Kevin Durant said when he was retiring. Kevin Durant was like, well, shoot, at least y'all could finally start giving him some respect. Damn, y'all be hating on him and tearing them down. Y'all tear down our legends, but it's cool though. And then Skip and all them talking about, well, it's not out of bounds, it's inbounds that we're getting on Kobe. I'm like, dude, what is you talking about? He's done. I didn't see y'all getting on Mike when he started slowing down when he came back to play for the Wizards.
This is true.
Y'all didn't get on Mike.
Y'all is crazy.
It's like, dude, it's like, come on, and then Skip, the only one who keep that narrative that Michael and Kobe don't like each other, they're going after each other. Then when it come out that they've been best friends, damn near, he's like a son to Mike. Now he can't say nothing. Now he's just looking shocked. He was shocked. I'm like, yeah, you shocked because, dude, who do you think taught Kobe a lot of the stuff that he's been doing? Mike is teaching him. Like, what is he talking about?
You know, my thing on that whole Kobe and Mike thing is this. If you're the master and you have the plan, right? You have everything, all the tools and everything, and you want to pass it to a protege that is going to be on the same level as you, the same thought process as you, who's going to take the job as serious as you.
Right.
That's why Mike never opened up to Kobe at first. Mike was like, okay, young fella, let me
Kobe made himself that, because that's
exactly.
Kobe just came to him like, look, I'm gonna keep bugging you, so you might as well just
Kobe put the line out there, and Mike said, okay, young fella, I'm gonna see how serious you are first.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Prove to me that this is what you want. Prove to me that how bad you want this knowledge. And Kobe wanted that.
Right.
And LeBron was more of he felt like, because he's in the media era and the media is giving him a status, he felt like I've earned that through this status. And you didn't. You know what I mean? You didn't go the same route as others.
No,
to get that golden information.
You didn't get tried by fire. You didn't get tried by fire, dude. You didn't play the cards that you were dealt with. You didn't play through the rough times with your team, with the team that you had, and you were fine on the other end, and try to actually build chemistry with the team that you already had in order to win.
Right.
That's the sign of a true leader. You never instill confidence in in the players that you play with, dog. Every time, every rough patch that you met yourself in, you would always fold. So
that's why LeBron looked dumb sitting up there tweeting. I'm watching The Last Dance, getting my knowledge. It's like, wow, you got to watch The Last Dance. You can't call Mike.
Last Dance, right?
You can't call Mike.
I haven't learned it. I haven't seen anything.
Kobe could call Mike. You know what I mean?
Dude, D-Wade could call Mike.
Right. I'm pretty sure Mike got tired of Kobe calling.
Chris Paul could call Mike.
Yeah,
Kawhi Leonard could call Mike. Kevin Durant could call Mike.
Westbrook could call Mike.
Kevin Durant could call Mike.
There's so many greats that could have called Mike, just like there's so many greats that could have called Kobe. You know what I mean?
So many greats that did call Mike and Kobe. How about that?
But you feel like because you have this media backing you and all these fanboys backing you and these yes men backing you, that you're at a certain plateau
where you think you're too good for it.
But you forget true fans of this basketball game, especially the ones that grew up through the 80s, the 90s,
always
the
learning.
2000s. We have the eye test. We can see. We've seen greatness, so we know what greatness is. And you're not that. You're not the cream of the crop. Are you serious? You think you're really the cream of the crop?
That's when I knew I was the greatest player.
Yeah, like who says that?
In order for you to think that you're the greatest player of all time, you had to be the 73-9 team that was where Draymond Green had to get thrown out and suspended, and where Andrew Bogut had to get hurt, where Andre Iguodala wasn't 100%. Come on, dude.
look at the route you took. You didn't even go the same route that others went.
Right, Cash Rules. I believe that too. I believe Kobe the only one who could really, because Mike saw Kobe as a son, like his son he never had. Like
absolutely,
he just saw it. That's why like he was competitive, because it was like a dad. Like, man, he was like, other than Kobe Bryant, he's still on my moves, because he mad like how Reggie was. Reggie look at Kobe like a little brother. Like, this dude took my moves and son me. It's like he takes your and he stunned you with your own move. And it's like you done practiced all these years, your move. You done did all this hard work. Kobe just learned your move like that in like a matter of minutes, and he just
made it look more sharper and make him look more lethal.
That lets you know. That lets you know how much. That lets you know how much respect Kobe had for this man's game, his work ethic, all that.
Right.
Sit there and trust me, like I tell my nephews and everything, trust me. Kobe just didn't sit there and learn Mike's moves in one day, or 1 week, or 1 month. We talking about years of
he was with T-Mac.
Yeah, exactly.
He was with T-Mac, and they was just watching basketball, and Kobe Bryant kept reversing it, rewinding it, and press and play, rewinding it, and press and play.
Yep.
Greatness recognize greatness. You ever heard the term real recognize real? Real recognize real.
T-Mac moves and everything too.
Yeah, and T-Mac took some of his moves, so that's why Kobe Bryant had to distance himself from T-Mac, because he was getting better.
Yeah, exactly. So
every time they face, man.
Yeah, but he said that was his hardest guy to guard was T-Mac. He said T-Mac was the hardest guy he ever could defend. He said,
I could see that. I could see that too. I could see that. T-Mac was 6'9"
and could do everything that I could do.
Right. He was taller, bigger.
He said T-Mac could pass too. So it was like, man, so you got all. That's why I be telling these LeBron fans, like, dude, T-Mac was a way better player than he could control the pace of the game better than LeBron too. Like the dude
was a whole different animal.
Yeah, like, and then I go back. That's like offensively. That's who Harden remind me of is T-Mac. He has the ability to score and pass. Like he can do both at a high level.
Oh yeah.
At the same time, and it was like, wow, this is crazy.
Yep, definitely. And I'm going back on that Kobe Bryant, because I wrote it down. You want to like?
Hey, hold on, Outlaw.
Okay.
Another success follows me. Do you think Aaron Rodgers will be traded for Russell Wilson? Yeah, if Green Bay wants to win a Super Bowl next year, the year after with that team, I would make.
What they're talking about now?
I would make that trade. Right now,
like
man, come on, hey, now y'all know Sierra is not trying to go.
Sierra's rejecting that
trade.
Never ever.
Russell gonna be living in. Russell
gonna be living in
Wisconsin. Sierra gonna be living in Chicago.
No, she said never ever. I ain't going to Chicago. I ain't going to Green Bay.
Green Bay
cold.
Right.
That's not happening.
Right.
Like, who wanna go to Lane?
If it was Chicago, yeah, but nah.
Wisconsin.
Green Bay. Like,
I'm starting to get hot out here now. So yeah.
Yeah, too many white people out there, man. Too much wit folk.
Too much cold.
Wit folk.
Wit folk. You walk around, you just be like, oh, man, I'm allergic. It's too much wit.
The only rumors you can believe with Russell Wilson got to be big name cities. Trust me.
Yeah. Got to.
She's trying to get to a big name city. Think about that. She's trying to get to a big name city.
I thought Dallas was going to entertain that, but they said no.
I mean, it would have been perfect.
That would have been smart to do that.
You know what? I thought that would have been a cool thing too.
Seattle. Dak would have did way better in Seattle.
I don't know. I don't think about. I don't think so.
Nah, he would have been straight.
He would have been running. Could you think he could work without an offensive line?
Who, that team he had? No.
Yeah.
Russell?
I'm talking about Dak.
Dak would have been
Dak.
fine with them. Dak would have been throwing that bitch up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You gotta remember Dak's mobile though. Dak can, he can scramble.
I mean, he could scramble, but Russell Wilson, he be running for his life. He's nice at it. He's been doing it for years, but I don't know.
Yeah,
because you gotta run and pass the ball, and you gotta be on point with that, and that's what Russell Wilson is great at. Yeah. I can't even lie.
Well, I think Russell's at the point.
Oh no, Russell's better. Russell better, but Dak would have been perfect for Pete, because Pete would have been able to do what he wanted to do. Dak.
Oh yeah, that's a fact. He's a system guy.
Yeah, like all those quarterbacks that are mobile that can scramble, they get to the point at one time in their career where it's like, okay, I need a little better line. You know what I mean? Because age gonna set in. You ain't gonna be able to scramble as you know what I mean. And I think Russell's getting towards that point where he's like, okay, I need a little better line. You know what I mean? That ain't too much to ask.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's not too much to ask. You know what I'm saying? Not too much to ask.
Cash Rule says Sierra Beyonce, she lucky she got an elite athlete. That's what I'm saying.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
I know that's right, Cash Rose.
Russ supposed to walk in there with the big meat style. Like, look, man,
right. You feel me? It's like, check this out, bro. I don't know about y'all.
We know Sierra from Dirty Sprite, okay?
Right.
We know Dirty Sprite.
Russ, I just left my wife for you.
Right. We already know the deal. We already know.
Love and success. Dak would have worked because Dak would have been running the ball more. He would have been giving the ball more to the running game. They would have been focusing more on that. With Russell can pass better than Dak, so that's why they opened the offense to throw more. But have you noticed, since they've gone to a pass attack, they've been losing more. When before they used to run first.
Right.
So it would, if he would have been able, because Dak would have been giving the ball off a lot, and then they would have been running plays that suit Dak. Dallas don't run plays that. Dallas runs like Boise State runs, which is that that drop back and throw it whenever you can. It's no continuity, it's no fluidity with that type of offense. That's why Boise State never really got to the big games like that.
They don't have no rhythm.
Right.
The passing game has no rhythm at all. No rhythm.
That's why when they're down, he's always throwing for all these yards because
he got some goodies.
Because it's the rhythm now, because they built it up, because he's coming back, because they're hurry up offense. He can run that type of style. But see what their problem is that they don't utilize their run game, and they don't run a lot of zone runs, or they don't run outside the tackles. They're not creative with their plays. It's basic. It's like a 5-year-old running your offense.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree.
Basically.
She got some goodies.
No, I know.
She do. Like her album's called Goodies.
Yeah.
Her album's called Goodies. She's trying to tell us.
No, she could get it. Sean, ain't saying that. But she ain't gonna be running me like she running him, though. I can't lie.
But I
don't care how old you are.
Yeah, but she got an album.
Definitely
she just has good. She named an album called Goodies. She's telling us she got goodies.
I believe it.
Love and success. Do you know what's wrong with Dallas? The problem with Dallas, did you just see Jerry Jones with Post Malone in a video of the schedule and him dropping dollars on Zeke and Dak? That's their problem. Their owner wants to be, he's like LeBron. They're the same person. They want to be
all in the videos.
They want to be the coach, the owner, the player. If Jerry could play quarterback, Jerry be out there right now throwing the ball. I'm telling you, he'll do it.
So you saying Jerry Jones want to be the quarterback?
Yes, if he could, he would be. Jerry has not been the same since Jimmy Johnson got all that credit. He wants credit for winning. Why do you think he was so hell-bent on Tony Romo? He didn't care about no damn Tony Romo. He just wanted to prove I took this undrafted guy and go win a Super Bowl. So then that could top Jimmy Johnson. Because
that man was in love with Tony Romo.
Jerry Jones wants to be recognized as a genius.
Yeah,
he wants the genius.
Right. He has that Sean Payton and that Belichick. Instead of them doing what they're supposed to do, they want to be the guy. Jerry Jones, if he would have won a Super Bowl with an undrafted free agent and he's white, do you know how much credit that would have been? He would have been up there. It would have been through the ceiling. Nobody could tell him nothing. And he would have topped Jimmy because Jimmy had Troy Aikman. Troy Aikman was a first or second round pick. So if you would have won with an undrafted guy, no, that would have been kudos. But he should have been let Tony go. Like, Tony wasn't the guy. Tony was getting hurt, and he threw a lot of picks. That's why Bill Parcells didn't want to make him the best, because down the stretch, if you remember that year, he struggled. Just like he struggled the rest of his career. He had a hot month, and then they caught on to him, and he sucked the rest of the way.
And you know what's crazy? You know who they was?
Jerry Jones can't stand the fact that when he hangs out with his other owner buddies, he can't stand the fact that some of his buddies have won Super Bowls recently or within the last 10 years. And he has not even sniffed a Super Bowl in so long. And it's killing him.
Until he got that
kind of person.
And he don't even appreciate that. They sniffed it.
But see, but I kept saying, like, if you remember my video with my brother, Valentine was laughing at it because my brother was like, man, Dak was saving them because Zeke don't know it about the plays. He going the line about, yo, what's the play? Or he went to Andy Dalton, what's the play? Andy Dalton looked at him like, you know the play. Nigga, I don't know no play. Like,
I mean, did you see how they was playing though? Like, this man Ezekiel Elliott was fumbling the ball. He was going down the wrong gaps. I was like, whoa.
That's what I was saying. Like I said, I kept telling Dallas fans, I watch these games. Like, people think I watch the game. I don't watch a player. I watch the team. Like in basketball, I watch the team to see how they work with certain players. Like if me and Mr. KC on the team, if me and him don't vibe while we're out there, okay, I know that I need to go with this guy with this unit, and I need to put Mr. KC with the starting unit because he probably does better with the starting unit than I do. So I'm watching the team and how I look at little things. Like if a teammate's on the floor, if a teammate's on the sideline, does it give you that or he don't give you that? How is his body language looking when you guys are struggling or as to you winning? You got to look at all of these things. That's how you see if the team is a team. So that's why I kept telling people.
No, ESPN just look at statistics.
When Dak was out there, I never saw the defense show any disrespect to him like they would do Tony Romo. They disrespected Tony Romo. They was like, man, you ready to go back out there? They already got their own helmet.
Yeah, they didn't respect Romo. They didn't.
They're actually giving a chance. When Dak got hurt, nigga, the whole team went over there to see if he was good.
Right.
That shows you your impact. When Tony Romo got hurt, niggas was like, oh, well, whatever.
I mean, at the same time,
HD. I remember that Chargers game where he got laid out and nobody came over there. I was like, damn.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I was like, what? Like, nobody.
I was about to say, HD, like, they was probably used to him just being laid out all the time. So that's why it was just like a normal thing.
Probably happy that motherfucker was laid out.
But no, Valentine. It's that the reason they didn't come over there is because they saw Tony Romo as a teacher's pet. He was Jerry's little pet.
That's Jerry's boy.
Don't chill with Jerry. Dak Prescott chill with the fellas. He with the Marcus and all of them. They chilling. He not chilling with the boss. So that's why all of them gravitate to that. That's why they said, "Oh, we mess with that. That cool as hell." They was crying when he got hurt. You saw the other team, the Giants, come over there and give him that. That just shows
that's crazy.
That get love.
That's respect.
Yeah, for
that's
real.
Respect, dog. And people didn't catch that. All people was talking about, he's putting up these garbage yards. Well, y'all not saying that about LeBron. He put up all these garbage stats in the finals and lost. But
hey, AD, let me get that rebound.
That.
I need it for my stats.
That. So what's the difference?
That's why I'm glad that got his money before he got hurt.
Yeah,
exactly.
That got his money because they saw how the team did not like Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton walked in there like an uppity white boy, like all the white boys do. They walk in there like they run the shit. You don't run nothing. How you run it? This Dak team. You just filling in.
He didn't even run freaking the Bengals. How is he going to run the Cowboys?
They wanted to punch Andy Dalton.
Didn't do nothing but throw. Didn't do nothing but throw to the other team.
Basically. Yeah, but my thing is we still gotta see Dak under this under this new regime of this coaching. Like we didn't really get get to really see him under this coach and stuff like that. So we gotta see how he works with the system.
But dog, like their team, dude, they had a new coach. What people don't understand is they had a new philosophy change. When you're changing philosophies and changing the whole thing, that is hard, dog. People don't understand. That's like you going from a terminology of ABC to XYZ.
Right.
You're not gonna catch on right away. And then Dallas, they don't have players that are cerebral. When you run a 34 defense, you have to be cerebral. If you're not smart, you're not going to be good at the 34 defense because it's
all about the read.
Right, because this play, I may be the middle backer in the 3-4. Now we done switch to a 4-3 disguising the 34 defense, but we're in a 4-3. Yep. Now I'm the sandbacker. So I don't know now what I'm doing. Which in the 4-3, the sandbacker lines up between the end and the 3. Is it a 3 technique? No, my bad. The nose and the end. So now I'm in between them. The end that was the sandbacker, he done kicked down to the end now. So it's so much that you have to know. Yeah. And if you don't have an inside backer who is smart, who knows how to put guys in position. See, that's what I was good at in college. I knew how to put guys in position. Once I figured out how to play along with my speed and of catching on, that's when I took off. But at first I sucked because I never played inside backer. So I didn't know what the hell was going on. Everything was foreign. But once it slows down, the game slows down. It's like, you're looking at the chalkboard, like, oh shit, I see it now. But see, you don't have a cerebral guy like that. You don't have any cerebral guys who know who's smart, and you don't have any leaders on your defense. There's no leaders. There's nobody who step up like, look, man, we need to get this going. Y'all tripping. Like, you don't have no middle linebacker that's a leader. Your middle linebacker is really your leader on defense. That's your leader. That's your Mike.
That's basically your quarterback for the defense.
That's your quarterback for your defense.
You got the free safety. Your free safety is second in command. He get them on the back end correct. He's the captain of the back end. Look, I told you it's 3. It's 3. That's all they listen for. They don't care about that Mike fire zone. They don't give a damn about that. They give a damn about if it's a 3, a 2, or a 1, or what we did like this, a 0 coverage. That's all they care about. They don't care about nothing else. Now, in run support, if you're playing the 34 defense, you have to have great safeties. If you don't have great safeties, it's going to suck. Because your front 7 is basically fitting. They're fitting the run blocks. And that your safeties have to either make the tackle or your other backer has to make the tackle. Which is other inside backer, because your other backer over here, your outside backers are basically playing reverse boot, cut back, reverse boot. That's what they're looking for. Or they're the force guy. If it comes to their side and it's a cover 3, okay, I'm the force guy. I gotta force everything back in. Now, if it's the cover 2, okay, I can force it outside because my cornerbacks are the guys who are gonna come and clean it up. Now, if it's a man defense, okay, I gotta cut it. I gotta make sure it goes inside because they're covered up man. I can't let it get to the cornerbacks because if it gets to the cornerbacks, we're screwed because 9 times out of 10, those receivers are good blockers. That's why Randy Moss, to me, was one of the greatest receivers because not his route running. Randy Moss could block. He used to put his on there.
Yeah, he could.
Nobody talked about it.
He could block.
About it. Everybody talks about all he could do was run a fly. I'm like, no. He could run a flat. He could run an out. He could run a deep. He could run an in and out. He could run a post. He could run a post out. He
used to kill those posts too.
Randy Moss could run a hit.
You know what? You know what, HD? You know what I tell people when people say, well, all Randy Moss could do was run a fly? I said, yeah, he run a fly and catch the ball over like 3 motherfuckers.
Exactly. Because he was getting triple teamed. Yeah, let's be real.
Throw that in there too. You know what I mean? Yeah, throw that in. It wasn't single coverage.
With one hand too.
That. Right. Yep. You know what I mean? It was always double or triple coverage. Throw that in there too.
Yeah, but he wasn't getting that super praise like how Odell Beckham did. You know what I'm saying? And he just had one catch.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
He's like the most overrated receiver I've ever heard.
Odell sucked at blocking and route running. He runs some of the horriblest routes. I used to be
ends
like,
are good.
God,
that's
I
it.
hate this guy. Jarvis Landry's the one who's the beast. He was better than him. Yeah, and I don't know why they drafted him later. I'm like, why they drafted him later? He was the one killing in those games. That's the reason Odell could get off because Jarvis was dominating his side.
I can't lie. Odell Beckham, to me, the only time he's dangerous if he's running in the middle. That's it. That's the only time. Because he has that little quickness. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only time I see him as dangerous. But other than that, if he's running a go, he's not that dangerous at all. I'm not scared of Odell Beckham.
No, because Odell Beckham had that one damn catch.
Right.
And everybody, I told everybody he was a punk. He was a punk then, he's a punk now. All you got to do is hit him one good time and frustrate. You seen what Josh Norman did, and Josh Norman wasn't even a top cornerback. Look what he was doing to him.
Yep.
He mentally took him out the game.
Right, he called him a fruity pebble or a fruity loop.
Yeah. Yes, he is.
Calling him that. And he was like, you keep calling me that. I'm like, man, don't fight him back. You
right.
That. Why are you crying? You must be that if you're crying about it.
Sure, doing all that temperature talent, man.
He just wasted his talent, basically.
Yeah,
right,
basically.
He wasted his talent.
And it's funny how he went down. No, the Browns was doing bad. Then he goes down, and then the Browns all of a sudden makes it to the playoffs. It's just funny.
Yeah. I mean, he wasted his talent. I mean, think about it. If Odell Beckham was that man and you're on the Browns, you should be getting crazy targets.
Should be crazy with it.
You know what I mean?
You got a quarterback.
You know.
You got a quarterback who's gonna throw it to you, dog. You should be dominating.
Because you gotta think about it this way. If all else fails, your coach is telling the quarterback, throw it to Beckham.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I was getting killed. Listen. I was getting killed for saying Hopkins was the best wide receiver in the game.
Oh,
I was getting killed like 3 or 4 years ago.
Like, you can make that argument. Like Hopkins.
Beast mode.
Nobody. That boy
Hopkins can run routes, and he has the best hands of anybody.
Right.
Hopkins he's a one-of-a-kind player. We've never seen a Hopkins before.
Exactly.
Like, run the routes like you do and be able to still moss 3 receivers. It's like the guy's a freak of nature.
And you know I'm in New York, so everybody was like, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "Yeah," because I actually watched the games. Who was the quarterbacks for the Houston Texans? Brian Harper, all these other Case Keenum. When he was with the Houston.
Before
I'm like,
this man. Yeah, before Deshaun got up there. Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, before I'm talking about before Deshaun. That man Hopkins was still killing. That's what I'm saying. Like he was working with nobody.
Yeah,
and they was close to going to the playoffs and stuff like that. I'm like, man, this man Hopkins, he's showing me every night he could catch the ball. That man is no joke.
Yeah, I knew he was the best player. Success, D-Hop and Devontae.
Yeah,
Devontae. They like the top two. I like Devontae Adams. Yeah. I like him.
Oh yeah, Devontae Adams.
I got them too. I got AJ Brown from the Titans. I got AJ Brown from the Titans. I got Diggs.
I like Michael Thomas too.
Yeah,
Michael Thomas. Oh yeah, you gotta give Stephon some love. Yeah, Stephon. He did his thing in Buffalo.
Right there.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Julius fell off a little bit, but he, like you said, he is getting older.
Oh no, I didn't forget AJ Brown.
I mean Julio.
Yeah, AJ Brown's nice. I like AJ Brown.
That man is mean, dog.
I like him.
He's darker than Nick, and he's meaner. He mean with it.
I like him because he can finesse it and he can get physical too. He can play both sides of it.
Back of all time.
Yeah.
It depends. You got Night Train Lane, and you got.
I got Dion, baby.
Dion's the greatest. Dion's the greatest cover corner because
I got Raiders. That's biased.
But
I got prime time.
I got Dion and Night Train.
Nah, I got Dion.
They my best corners of all time.
I got Dion and Revis. Revis
Island. You know the one thing.
No, I wouldn't say Revis Island. Well, to me, my perspective, to me is Dion or Champ Bailey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You know the one thing about Dion, like when I was younger and I used to watch those games, Dion was the only corner that when the quarterback would throw to his side of the ball, I would actually gasp because I'm waiting on Dion to intercept it and do his thing. Like I would do that all the time. Like that's how bad he was.
I would have Dion, but I put Night Train up there because Night Train is the reason for these rules that we have today. Night Train is knocking mother effers out with the forearm. And he was picks. And
that's when you can actually touch the wide receiver.
Yeah, that's when that's when you could really take your frustrations out on somebody.
Right.
Right.
And he had hands. He could catch too. So that's what I'm saying. I got Dion. I got Train up there. Rod Woodson's a beast.
Williams. Woodson is nice.
Everybody forget about Aeneas Williams. I don't know why.
Oh, I forgot Aeneas Williams.
Yeah, everybody forget about Aeneas Williams.
I forgot about him.
Yeah, Herb Adderley was raw. You had Everson Griffin, I believe.
Champ was nice too.
Raw. Oh yeah, Champ
Bailey. Champ Bailey. He had a nice run.
Yeah, he had a nice run. Revis, you could put him on that conversation.
Most definitely.
You had a lot.
Nice. He had a nice run.
Ty Law was raw, Chris, but Ty Law used to get burnt a lot.
Yeah, he used to get burnt all the time.
A lot, dog. Like he had that. He had Lord Malloy over him, and then he had.
You know what? Like, I kind of put like Ty Law and Richard Sherman in the same category,
right?
Because of the system they played in,
right?
You know what I mean? They played in a certain system. Like Richard Sherman couldn't.
Yeah,
he had to play one side of the field, so he was limited.
Right.
So when people say that he wasn't as good as other players,
I was about to say Charles Woodson.
Charles Woodson up there,
yeah, Charles Woodson definitely.
Charles in my top five.
Charles got robbed. Charles got robbed of a Super Bowl chance.
He definitely did.
You know what I mean?
Tom Brady.
That Tom Brady stuff.
Like, what is a tuck rule?
Right. They're gonna make a rule on the fly. I'm like, are you serious?
Boy, didn't see Charles coming. Didn't even see Charles coming.
Right.
Didn't seem coming.
Oh yeah, Daryl Green in my top 10.
Daryl Green. Oh yeah,
in my
Daryl
top 10.
Green.
Green was
Green
up there. Yeah, Daryl Green was a monster. He was 41. I still think ran a 4.5, 4.4.
Still was fast.
Gosh, he was a freak of nature.
He played a long time too, man.
Yeah,
he played 2 decades.
I think he played 2 decades. Daryl Green was a monster.
Yes, sir.
And that's where Champ Bailey learned everything. Because remember, Champ Bailey first year, he had Daryl Green and Dion on the Redskins.
Right.
You had 3 guys who locked down, so you ain't know where to go.
Right, man.
And that team underachieved so much. That team underachieved
big time, man.
Well, Maisie, would you put Patrick Peterson there?
Ooh, I forgot about Patrick Peterson.
No, Patrick Peterson's in my
top. You know what?
I'm not gonna put him on the top.
Patrick Peterson was cool, but he didn't bring that fear.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't think teams was like, okay, we got a game plan for Patrick Peterson.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Fear.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Yeah. He don't get me wrong, he was a hell of a corner.
He's respected. Yeah.
To me, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's true. You absolutely right about that. They did not really game plan against Patrick Peterson like
Love
that.
And success.
He's just not.
I'll give you my. I gotta go and look it up, dog. I can't give it right now. It's tough.
Yeah, you gonna freestyle right now.
Well, you ain't lying.
My top 2 I already told you.
I don't even know if I can freestyle 5.
Man, my top 2 is Dion and Night Train. After that, it's a toss up.
Yeah, I feel you.
It's a toss up.
I got Dion.
Well, can I ask you, is Revis in your top 5?
Is Revis in my top 5? No, I don't have Revis over Champ. Champ was a little better than Revis. I can't put
that's your opinion.
I can't put Revis over Champ. Or
because Revis was locking people up, man.
Yeah,
Champ barely was too.
Go back and watch. Go back and watch some Champ and Woodson tape. You gonna be like,
oh yeah, I know Woodson's that guy.
He was going at it with him. Champ and them was going against the TOs, the Mosses, and all of them like in their primes.
Revis caught the tail end of their career.
And Marvin Harrison and all of Chris Carter, they was holding their own, bruh. They weren't just getting smoked.
Right.
It was tough.
Yeah, Champ was nice. Champ had a good one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They're like this.
Look that up. Deshaun
Watson or Lamar.
They're like this.
Deshaun Watson, but Lamar's a better
runner,
quarterback too. It's just that I feel the media is too hard on him. They're trying to make him somebody he's not. And just like Teddy Bridgewater said today, Lamar, do you be who you are. Don't let them change you into something, because if they change you into something, they ain't gonna like you with that either. So just be who you are. Just be who you are.
I would say Deshaun Watson, but it's close. You know what
Lamar
I'm saying?
Jackson is going to use Randall Cunningham. That's who he is. He's just a faster Randall Cunningham. It's better each year throwing the ball, but yet they focus on him running the ball. They don't never talk about his percentage. He throws a better percentage than most of their white quarterbacks, but yet they still hating on him. Oh, he only threw for 3,000 yards. I'm like, so what? He's a running. So what? Did he win? Okay.
Did he win? Yeah, he won.
Playoffs. That same team Joe Flacco had for them 3-4 years after he got
did nothing with.
They sucked. When he started, he got them to the playoffs.
Joe Flacco, I can't lie. Joe Flacco was a playoff player.
He was good in the playoffs, but dog, he wasn't.
He wasn't gonna get it done all the time.
It's the same with Eli argument.
He's not Eli though. He's not Eli.
How can I count on you and you're not getting to the playoffs?
Right. You got to get him in the playoffs, and then he was
all of that stuff is hand to hand. It's all hand. You got to stay consistent. You got to get to the playoffs.
Right. That's a fact.
Walter Payton, Barry
Sanders. That's a tough one for me. That's a tough one because I only seen like the tail end of Walter Payton's career, but I've seen all of Barry Sanders. So Barry Sanders is, you know what I mean? I can relate to him more.
I got
I can't even answer this.
I got old heads putting Barry over Walter, but
yeah, like Barry.
I can't even answer that.
I think it's Barry was a monster, dog.
Now Barry Sanders is somebody that we haven't seen. We've yet to see again.
Right.
Yeah, we haven't seen anything like Barry Sanders yet.
Yeah, we've never seen that, but we never seen nothing like sweetness.
Right. Yeah. You're right.
So
true that.
I got both of them in my top two.
That's a tough one. Yeah,
so
I do too.
Both of them my top two running backs. I got Barry and I got Sweetness, or you could put Sweetness to Barry. But those two are the greatest running backs of all time.
Absolutely.
And then my third running back, everybody cussed me out on. I had
the Juice.
I had the Juice as my
I knew it. I knew it.
The Juice.
I'm sorry.
Juice is loose.
That man, they was like, how can you shake hands with that Murray? That murder ran for 2,000 yards.
I got Jim Brown, then I got OJ.
Real special. Yeah, that's a fact.
Okay.
Yeah, I got Jim Brown, then I got OJ.
That's cool. Yeah, Jim Brown. Yeah, that'll be cool.
Yeah. But I didn't really watch Jim Brown like that.
So. And I think I got AP. Like 5th or 6th.
Yeah, something like
that. AP, man. It was just, I don't know what it is, man. It's just like every time he was in a big game, he will fumble. AP.
That was his problem, but AP. But you talking about?
He fumbled, dog. But this dude had a knee injury, and his career was over. He came back and he got the Vikings to the playoffs.
That's a fact. That is a fact.
Crazy. I'm like,
we had to be honest.
This is a running back. I haven't seen that since probably. I didn't watch Barry Sanders, but I haven't seen
like that's
I thought that
let me tell y'all
carried the whole franchise behind his back.
Adrian Peterson is a medical. He's a medical. What do you call that? A
freak of nature.
Yeah, you know what I mean. One of those things, because that's unheard of for a running back to tear his ACL completely and come back less than a year.
Even better.
That's crazy.
And do what he did, that is unheard of, y'all.
That is
unheard of. Still going to this day.
To me,
that's supposed to be physically impossible. That's supposed to be physically
and
impossible.
He's still playing to this day.
It's more than ACL. That man popped an ACL and an MCL. He popped both of them.
Right.
And come back in 8 months.
Like,
8 months and ran for 21,000 yards.
I'm sorry, dog. That's top 5 to me. I'm sorry.
He had me watching Vikings games.
Because when I heard he was coming back, I was like, "Oh, he's done. He gonna tear his knee up again. He's done." And he did what he did. Respect. That's respect all across the board. Respect.
Exactly.
I was like, man, this
my
is
list was crazy because I had Gale Sayers up there. He's in my top 5. So
Gale Sayers,
my list is going to be different because I'm a football historian. I love football. That's my baby.
Right.
So I'm not. So like I said, I think my 5 I had Barry, Walter, I had Juice, I had AP, and I had Gale Sayers. That was my 5. So. Like I said, if people are different, that's fine because Gale Sayers, he was a monster. They said he was Barry before Barry.
Yeah, right. Yeah. That's what they used to say. So
I don't. So you know what I'm saying? It's like
no, he didn't do it.
Yeah,
I don't think he didn't do it, but it's a whole
we
story
ain't gonna go
behind
outside that. No, we ain't.
It's a whole story behind it.
Look, allegedly,
we ain't gonna do this.
But see, when I make my list, I could debate my list with anybody. Like I don't go off of everybody. I go off of what HD like. I don't care. Like
I feel
I go what I like.
It's an opinion.
I watched Gale Sayers, bruh, was a monster. He gets forgotten about. He was just as dominant as Jim Brown. He just got hurt too early. He only played. He like Grant Hill. They were great players. He just got hurt at the wrong time.
Just like Bo Jackson. Just like Bo Jackson.
I was just about to bring up Bo
got
Jackson.
hurt at
That
the
man was on the
wrong Man, Bo Jackson would have never got hurt.
Oh my Lord!
God!
If he never got injured.
We had never seen nothing like Bo. Never seen nothing like
that. That man was a freak of nature.
For that boy to be that size and move like he was moving. Bo
Jackson is top 10.
Bo Jackson could lower the pads, or he could shift.
Yeah, there's some.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, to me,
Bo
there's
Jackson was a bad boy.
Yeah, to me, there's some running backs that should have just take over and be with those guys. Just,
right.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a forgotten position right now, y'all.
What the running back position?
Yeah, that's like a forgotten position right now.
You see the Pittsburgh Steelers drafted first round. That's what they needed. They got Najee Harris. They was
you gotta have a running game, man. You gotta have some kind of running game.
But you know why they did that? Because the blacks are mostly running backs. They don't want black people to be the face. They want white boy.
That's just like they pumped up. What's our boy in Carolina?
Oh, McCaffrey.
Yeah, gave him all that money. Pumped him up.
Yeah,
and then he get hurt. He get hurt the whole season.
He was hurt the whole season.
Yeah, the whole season. He hurt. That's y'all great white you know what I mean? Yeah, you know how to do it.
Yeah, like what he said, like only white person from the Steelers running back was Franco Harris.
Franco Harris was
that was there.
Yeah, Franco's in my top 10. Yeah, him and Eric Dickerson, Bo Jackson, Jim Brown, all of them are in there, dog. That's why I said it was a lot of great running backs.
It was, man.
It was a lot of great running backs.
It was. I still remember the Halloween game, Eric Dickerson, when he dominated. I remember that game as a kid. I still remember that, man.
Right.
I still remember sitting there watching TV, eating my little candy, watching Eric Dickerson do his thing. Yeah, man, I remember that. Hell yeah. ED was nice.
Oh yeah.
And he had an unorthodox style. He was one of the first ones to run standing up. Like he didn't bend down. He run standing up. Yeah,
Eric and some people consider him the best running back. Like,
Eric Dickerson was nice.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, people, it depends on what you like. It's like what your style.
Depends on what you like, exactly.
Right.
Depends on what you like.
Oh yeah. Right. Most definitely. Yeah. Derrick Henry is doing his thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Derrick Henry a beast.
Yeah, he's. Him and Cook from the Minnesota Vikings.
Derrick Henry is
there
the
was
running
some
back.
Good running in Titans. There was some
Dalvin Cook from Florida State, baby.
Yeah, Dalvin Cook is no joke.
Derrick Henry is the running back in the fourth quarter when your ass is tired and shit that you do not want to tackle. Like,
I know it's like, man, I gotta tackle him.
That's when it's Jerome Bettis. Like Jerome was fat with his man. He all muscle. So you feeling all that impact, dog. You everything.
Oh, wait a minute. What about LT?
That's what I was about to say. I said LaDainian Thompson.
Oh yeah, LaDainian. Oh yeah,
LaDainian wrong, but I don't
like LaDainian.
10, bro.
Yeah,
no, I gotta put him there.
That was my God.
I
don't have him in my
He's the
top
only
5,
reason why I used to watch Chargers games, man.
I gotta put him there because like what?
LaDainian was great. I just don't think he was better than Falk. I still
he ain't better than Falk.
No. Nah, he's not better than Falk.
Yeah. No, he wasn't better than Falk.
He's not better than Falk. Yeah,
LaDainian Falk was a bad man.
He was better than Falk. Yeah.
He wasn't better than Falk, but
I'm just saying, he was great.
Put LaDainian Thompson up there.
I gotta put him up there too.
I was so shitty when we traded him to the Rams. Oh, I was so shitty. I was so shitty, man.
But y'all got Edgerrin James.
Yeah, but this was my thing. When I seen what St. Louis was building, I seen what they were building, and I knew that Marshall Faulk was that last piece.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah, he was that last piece that they needed. And man, the way they took off, I was like, man, damn it. But you right, we got Edge. You know what I'm saying? You right. So you know, it go hand in hand. You know how
and I told people Edge was gonna have a better career than Rick. Everybody thought I was crazy. I told everybody that's the best running back coming out this draft. Everybody thought I was crazy. That draft for Ricky Williams. I said, look, that boy number 5 from the U. I hate Miami Hurricanes, but that nigga scares me. I told everybody he scares me.
Hold on, HD. Watch out about them Canes now. Watch your mouth now.
Man,
hold on
I hate them. I hate the Gusta win. Man, I hate them. I hate them and the Florida Gators.
I know that's right,
I hate both of them. I hate them.
Yeah, from Florida.
Chris Martin, he was solid too.
That's Florida beef. Everybody knows what Miami and Florida State always go at it. We hate them.
Man.
How y'all feel about Chris Martin?
Curtis Martin?
No. Curtis Martin. My bad.
Shout out. Thank you for that.
Nah, he wasn't good, man.
Yeah, he was good.
You know, he was
Curtis, yeah. Curtis, my favorite Martian.
He was
good. Curtis Martin was nice.
But he wasn't like guys like Marshall Faulk and them. No.
Oh yeah, Dorset was nasty. Dorset like outside my team. He like it 12 or 13. Dorset was nice.
Yeah, he was nice.
No, Terrell, I don't like the Hurricanes, and don't ask me again. And if you don't like it, you all can burn in hell.
Can't be hating on you, baby.
Did y'all say Earl Campbell?
Mr. KC, my cousin walked in, did him the Holy State.
Wait, you a Florida State guy?
Yeah, I'm a Florida State guy. So me and my cousin walked in. We the old Florida State guy. Everybody was Hurricanes. And he was like, I don't give a damn about y'all Hurricanes. I hope all y'all burn. I hate all y'all.
That's one thing, man. I give Florida. Florida is serious about their football, man. Florida is serious. And down south is serious about their
Hurricanes.
Down south, they are serious about their college sports, man. It is no plaything. It is not a plaything down there, boy.
Oh yeah,
it's not a plaything.
Oh yeah, it's all hate down there.
Yeah,
it's all hate, dog. We don't like everybody be beefing, but then it be funny because everybody be a Bucks fan, a Jaguars fan, or a Dolphins fan.
They was actually Jaguar fans.
We don't care. Bring that championship back in Florida.
On Saturday, all these niggas hate each other, but then Sunday we all together rooting for the same team. Like, come on, you gotta win.
Right.
Bring it on to Florida.
Nah, that's a fact, man. That's a fact. Yeah, Florida is serious about their football, man. I can't even lie.
Florida is crazy in the Tampa area.
I talked to a girl out there. She was telling me they are serious.
They Florida State, Florida, Miami on Saturday. Everybody hate each other, or they US. We don't care about USF and all them UCF. We like whatever.
Yeah. That was low quality.
That was low quality.
So it be us. Everybody hate each other. Then when Sunday come, everybody done turned all their jerseys out. They got the Tampa Bay jersey on. Like, come on, we got to win. Yeah, they all.
You driving in? Once you driving in the
pull the gun on somebody, man. F you, nigga. And the next day, it's like, man, Tampa all day. What? Everybody Tampa. It's like, wow.
No. Once you drive,
we crazy as hell, bro.
Like one of the things growing up that I used to love about like the Florida State Miami, Florida, those interstate rivalries. A lot of those kids, they grew up together. They went to the same high schools, living in the same neighborhoods. So you got to put yourself in that same mind state of, when you was like 16, 17, 18, and you with your buddies, and you know what I mean? Hey, your buddy may go to a different school, y'all cool, but hey, when we get on that field, baby, I'm trying to kick your butt. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what I used to love about those games, man, because a lot of those kids grew up in the same neighborhoods, knew each other, grew up with each other. You know what I mean?
All that, but when they on the field, all that goes out the door.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like once you drive in that parking lot, you see them Florida State flags, they be like, oh,
yeah.
Serious
It's
business,
fights after the man. They be fighting during and after the game and before the game.
Exactly. That's why I say y'all take it serious.
That's why I be telling people. They be trying to tell me about they rivalries and stuff. I'm like, dude, our shit be in. Dude, we be having police shut everything down, dog.
Right.
It's crazy.
I heard.
It gets live
with it.
Yeah, it gets live.
Like each other. And
like you said, they live right next to each other. So it's like
it's
crazy,
not right
man.
next to each other. You got Florida State, Tallahassee, that's Leon County. Then you have Miami, the U, that's Duval, and then you got the Gators, that's Gainesville. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's Gainesville all big. So
Gainesville boys don't play.
Got you. Yeah,
you know
man.
what I'm saying? And in the football team
down there. It's deep. Yeah. It's deep. For real.
Yeah.
That's what I love about it though. I love that about that down south. Yeah. Like it's deep down there. But you got to remember, a lot of those teams down there, a lot of those states down there, they don't have professional teams. So they college teams, they junior college teams. That's like they big thing. Like you got junior colleges down there. If you go down there and see their stadiums, you think you was at a Division I college or something.
Yeah.
Right.
It's serious.
No, because y'all support. That's what's up.
Yeah, because the South is football, dog. Nobody cares about basketball. Like we be like, whatever. Like it's all about football. Like that's why I was saying, nobody
you want a football player? You want a football player? Go down south.
Yeah,
down south. You want a football player? Go down south.
Yeah, like Florida State, we stayed with them linebackers. One of our linebackers was a part of the one of our linebackers from Florida State. You know, was a part of the greatest defense maybe of all time, and then you had the middle linebacker who was from the U. So you had two guys from the state of Florida. Peter Boulware, who was Florida State, and you got Ray Lewis, who's the U, who was probably on the best defense of all time. So that's right. Like Florida got ballers.
And listen, I gotta commend y'all, man. Listen, the people that play in Florida, man. I don't know how the hell y'all do that on that heat, man. That heat wave and doing 2 a days. Woo! Especially Hell Week.
2 a days, nigga. We do 3 a day.
3 days, yeah.
We're talking about 2 a day.
And Hell Week 2
3 a day.
Can you imagine in the heat of Florida? Oh my
God. Dog, it's humid and heat, dog. We out there in 100 degrees and we still hitting. You don't care.
That's why all the news, every time you heard on the news, a player dropped dead in Florida. I'm like, yeah, because it's hot.
Dog, that's like that's a gunshot every day around the block, dog. That's
right.
That's all.
It's either a player dropped dead from Florida or y'all messing with teachers.
Listen, these kids now soft, dog. When we were growing up, we was still living, dog. Through a heat stroke, everything. Dude, we was out there in 100, almost 10 degrees with a humidity of 70 or something like that, dog. What?
Yeah, Texas is too.
Yup. We outside, baby. We outside.
We outside.
Damn, 100 degrees?
Yeah.
I would have been in the AC, man, until at nightime or something.
Oh, yeah. You an East Coast ass dude. So,
look, we outside. We know the chicks ain't
Listen,
got
I could do 80 degrees.
On.
I could do like 90s.
The hotter it is, the less they got on.
Yeah.
Right. When it gets to like 110, 115, man, I don't know, man. 115, man, I can't do that. You can make eggs on the sidewalk, man.
That's where we at, because we know that's where the girls is at.
Casino talking about, man, you can't dress. I said, yeah, we don't dress down there, nigga. It's hot. It's too damn hot.
Y'all be wearing the bright colors because to avoid that sun, man.
Right.
Like, I feel
you know, LB gonna come on here with his narcissistic ass, like, well, if I was down there, y'all just in the South can't dance. Y'all can't dress. I'm like, nigga, it's 100 degrees.
Right.
Ain't nobody worried about dressing. In 100 degrees?
I wouldn't.
Are you
it's hot.
You think
Yeah,
we in the bottom? Like we in the bottom
because we used to the normal weather. Like our weather's bipolar.
Right.
Like we could dress. You know what I'm saying? But it's hot out there. Y'all surviving.
Yeah,
you know
New
what I'm
York,
saying?
like
So
Chicago has, we get all 4 seasons like New York and Chicago.
Oh no, Chicago's cold. Y'all, I don't even think y'all have a spring. For what I heard,
I mean, we do. You heard wrong.
Hey,
We do.
Because I heard.
You heard wrong.
I swear to God, though,
Chicago.
I heard it goes from winter. I heard it goes from winter to straight to summer.
Stop saying you heard.
Nick sounded like the water boy. Nick sounded like the water boy. Well, Valentine, mama wrong again. Nigga, you was so wrong. Chicago get all 4 seasons, bro. I don't know what you heard, man.
Hey, let me tell you.
Just like New York.
Cold. Remember when Cat Williams said you gotta buy your coat from here for them?
Yes.
Yeah. He wasn't bullshit.
He ain't.
Not just cold. It'll get. It's windy out here too. Because Chicago's known as the windy city, dude.
Terrell, if you wear a suit and dude, if you dress in your flyest outfit you got in Chicago and come to Florida, your shit will be sweated out in a minute. You gonna be mad.
I believe it.
Wasted all that money.
Right.
That's why you wait till the nighttime you go into the club. And even
exactly.
At the club, dudes taking off shirts and everything. It's hot.
Having their white beater on.
Hell yeah.
Man.
Nigga, even
in stuff.
Bro, I remember going to Arizona for a family reunion, right? I remember going to Arizona for a family reunion, right? Arizona is just as hot, as it is down south.
It's hot.
Like,
that's the
desert. It's a desert, bro.
Arizona's day, like the lowest heat day in Arizona is like 115, bro.
Woo!
115, bro.
Yeah. It's hot.
It's 120
and up. Check this out. And even at night, it's still just as hot.
Yeah.
It's humid.
The sun ain't out.
Humid.
Yeah.
That humidity.
Oh my God.
Dude, it's worse than Texas, bro. Arizona heat is worse than Texas, dog.
Why you think Arizona got that dome? That shit is
that's
no
why
joke.
they got the dome. Cats will be dying out there. What?
Yeah.
By the time it hit the second quarter, man, like, coach, man, I'm done. Fuck that. I'm gone, man.
Right.
I got a cousin that lives in Phoenix, and he said he said that in the apartments where they live at, for a while they had a problem with like homeless people breaking into the complex and like getting into the swimming pool at night because it'd be that hot.
God damn.
Yeah, like they swimming at night, my nigga.
God damn.
No, it is hot.
Yeah, bro.
Sheesh.
It's hot, bro. Like,
it is hot. You think Florida hot?
If
you
ain't
if
you ain't never experienced it, it's hot.
It is
a
worse
different type
than
of
heat. It's worse than Florida and Texas heat. Arizona, that's when you know you a man. If you go out there and train, you'll be adjusted to any heat that you ever went against. Like you'll be I'm good.
That shit is hot. It's hot.
It's hot, bro.
I had to learn that. I learned that firsthand, bro. Me and my cousin, we was playing a one-on-one at this hotel, man. At night, sometime at night. I think it was like around 9 o'clock at night or some shit. It was yeah. Crazy.
Oh yeah, Felton Moore, you're right. Houston is so damn bipolar. it be rated and it is humid. It's like, oh my God, it's just like Florida. That's why I loved Houston when I was there, because it's just like Florida. It's nice and humid, and I'm used to that, man. This dry heat, I am not used to dry heat.
That dry heat is something else, boy. I'm telling you, that dry heat, boy.
I hate dry heat, but I'm used to it now. When I'm in the truck, I'm good. I be outside with my shades on, cooling with my sombrero. With my sombrero on, capping harder than Burundi out here, man. Who that is? Is it Bird? It's a play? No, it's HD with the Burundi sombrero on. Nigga, what's
Yes,
up?
sir.
You rocking with your boy?
Like, what's up with you, baby? What's happening with you, baby?
Saying it wrong. What's happening with you, baby?
Doesn't matter, dog.
Saying it wrong.
Like, all right, here come the cap. What's going on, B?
What's going on, Doug? Doug, say Doug. He said Doug.
You know, Burundi got a story.
Doug.
Come on, Doug.
He got an explanation. He's gonna tell you what happened, babe. He's gonna tell you what happened now.
Right.
Man. That is crazy. Yeah, like I said, I commend y'all, man.
Yeah, most definitely.
Listen,
I'm staying in the house. I'm good.
Right, I got the AC, man. You know, I don't like the cold though. You know what I'm saying? I love like 90s. I love 80s and 90s.
Yeah,
go ahead,
the heat don't really bother me. Like I'll throw a white tee on and I'm cool. Like,
yeah, exactly. That's all you could do. But when it's cold, man, it's hard to hide from it.
Yeah, that cold, you can miss me with that shit.
Right.
Yeah.
I can't stand it, man.
I can't fuck with that cold.
KC, KC from Indiana, right?
Yeah.
You right next door to us, so you know how I feel.
Oh,
I like the cold, especially.
Look, Nick, I made the mistake one year of going to Chicago for New Year's, my nigga.
What happened?
You already know.
You made a bad decision move.
Bro, I did not leave the hotel room because I could not believe how cold it was. It was cold. Like I never felt cold like that in my life.
Oh yeah,
man. Other stuff with they cold. They cold is a straight gangster.
Like I told you, it's not just cold, but it'll be cold and windy.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
I love it.
You like
going off that damn lake, man. Going off that lake. Hell no.
Can you imagine playing football in that weather?
Man, make a man out of you. Man or a mouse.
Yeah. I love the cold though, especially coming from Florida, bottom of the map. So I love the cold.
Yeah, because y'all barely get it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I got the AC. They got the AC. The cold.
Right. You got hide from it with the AC.
I turned up the cold.
You get to appreciate it.
I'll be dreading that cold.
I'll be turning up the cold AC. Like, give me the cold.
See, it's easy to hide from the hot weather, man. Like, but when it's cold, man, it's hard to hide from it, man. It's like it's no joke.
It's cold. Everything cold.
Right. Shoot. At night, I mean, when it's hot outside and it's hot during the day, then at night you could just go out and it's kind of cool down. It's probably humidity and stuff like that. But other than that, it's easy to hide from it. But winter, man, when it's cold, it's just cold all around. You're just gonna get it regardless.
You can't hide from it. No, you can't go in the bathroom nowhere.
Right.
It's cold everywhere.
I gotta turn on the heat in the freaking bathroom, man. It's that cold.
Where you go, baby? It's cold.
Right. It is no joke.
Yeah, I feel you on that one, man. I can't do that cold weather.
Yeah, so let me ask y'all this question since we done went way off topic. I mean, but I want to ask y'all this though. What's your all-time starting five in basketball? What's your all-time starting five? By position. If you had to if you had to build a team build a team, what would be your all-time starting five?
I'll be right back. Y'all go ahead. I'll come back.
Okay, now let me ask you something, Nick. What about the play? Are these players have to play certain positions, or can they be interchangeable? You got a lot of tools that can play threes.
They can be interchangeable. Yes.
Okay.
Like for me, I'm gonna tell you right off the bat, my starting five would be Magic.
Okay.
Mike.
Okay.
I would have Kobe at the 3.
Okay.
I would have Tim Duncan at the 4, and at my 5, I'd have Wilt.
Okay.
Well, who's at the 5?
I'd have Wilt. Wilt.
Wilt. Oh, yeah.
He has Wilton and Norman Chamberlain at the 5. Yes.
Yes, sir.
That would be my starting 5. You know what I mean?
Magic. Gotta put Kobe. Larry. Tim Duncan and Kareem.
Yeah. Yeah, see, I'm always torn between Kareem and Wilt. I'm always torn between them two.
I am
always,
too.
Man.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, always torn between them two.
Man, I'm having a problem with the point guard position, man. That's my only thing.
It's a lot of great PGs, a lot of greats.
Nah, I know, man. I don't want to just say Magic, but you know, damn.
I mean, you mean, well, you go ahead. I don't want to.
Yeah. All right, so I'll go. Man, I'll go with I'll go with Magic. Then I will go Kobe Bryant with the 2, Michael Jordan with the 3, or I could put Michael Jordan at the 2, Kobe Bryant at the 3, Tim Duncan, and I gotta go Wilt, man.
Yeah, I feel
all right.
Yeah.
Yes, at the point guard, I would start with Isaiah Thomas at the point guard because I feel that Isaiah could do just about as much as Magic could and more.
Big fact.
I feel like he was a better scorer. Yeah. I feel like I would say he's a better scorer than Magic.
Yep.
Right.
I would take Michael at the 2 because he was virtually unstoppable at the 2 guard position. You were not going to stop him from getting to his spots on the court. And once he gets to the basket, once he gets in the air, you cannot stop him. He can, at the 3, I would have Larry Bird. Very fundamentally, he's a savant of basketball. You know, great scorer, incredible passer, incredible defender. He's always at the right place at the right time. You know, and an incredible rebounder as well at the small forward position. I know Bill Russell is a center, but here's how I would do it. I would have Bill Russell at the power forward because, him being 6'10", he can help out on, the rebounds by far, and he can also run the court as well on the fast break. He can he can get the ball off of the backboard. He can grab the ball off of the backboard, and push it. You can go coast to coast.
Bill Russell was a hell of an athlete.
He can start his own fast break on it by himself. You understand what I'm saying? He's a great passer as well as a center. He's great at handoff passes by far. And of course, in my opinion, the greatest defender of all time, and one of the greatest rebounders of all time. And like you said, Casey, it's tough between Wilt and Kareem. But
Kareem, baby, that's always the
Kareem is
one
of the greatest, man.
And
man, they both.
You talking about guys?
Yeah, they both are something
everything
else.
on the basketball court. That you could ever ask for. But
those two are the closest to perfect. They're the closest.
I would slightly go with Kareem because I felt like Kareem was more of a polished scorer than Wilt was.
Right.
More polished than Wilt. Yeah. I would say that.
I'll feel you on that.
And that's tough.
I feel you.
That's tough. Because Wilt is strong.
It's not even just that, dude. You're talking about somebody who's made hook shots.
Right.
From 3-point range.
Yeah,
that's crazy, man.
You're talking about somebody who before Tim Duncan was mastered the bank shot.
Right. And here's why I put Magic Johnson as number 1 as the point guard.
It's a lost art.
And here's why I put Magic Johnson at point guard, because I would need somebody that is not a scorer to just facilitate. That's all I need is somebody to facilitate and play defense. Because Magic, Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant's gonna do all the scoring, and then you got Wilt Chamberlain on the bottom as well too. You know, so at least one person that don't really need to score. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I put him at number one.
I don't know if I got enough basketballs for Kobe and Mike.
You're right. That's what I'm saying. So I was just like, yeah, I gotta go with Magic Johnson, man.
I mean, yeah, to your point, though. To your point, Valentine, Magic Johnson.
I'm gonna need Magic to tame that.
Yeah. But here's the thing. But Valentine, to your point about Magic Johnson is a true point guard. The point guards, the objective of being a point guard is, you know, it's just like conducting an orchestra. You're the head conductor of the orchestra. You know what I'm saying? You're the floor general. You're the guy who's responsible for, you know, maintaining the offense and controlling the flow of the offense and controlling the flow of the game. You know, and putting players on your team in the best positions to score, and that's what Magic.
Yep.
You know, that's what Magic excelled at by far.
And you know what? That's why I don't consider Steph Curry a point guard. I consider him a shooting guard.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's definitely a shooting guard.
Yeah, I consider Steph a shooting guard. I don't consider him a point guard at all.
Absolutely.
Not at all.
Not at all. Draymond Green is a point guard of the.
He's a shooting guard who can handle the ball. Of course, we know he can shoot the lights out.
He got a little handles.
As far as like a floor general, putting players in the right spots, no.
You know what that's not him.
This rookie year, he was a shooting guard. He played shooting guard his rookie year.
Well, I will say he did get better with his like passing the ball because even Cino had a problem with this, and he pointed it out. Curry, before they made that big run and stuff like that for the 4 or 5 years that they did, Stephen Curry used to jump in the air and pass the ball. Yeah. He used to do those overhands. I was like, man, and he kept turning over the ball by doing that. But he definitely stopped doing that. He stopped jumping in the air and passing it.
Curry's shooting guard.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Most definitely.
That's what I was telling them, HD. I see Curry as a shooting guard.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah.
Who's your 5, HD?
Who's your 5,
Who's my 5?
Who's your 5, HD?
I got a King, Tim Duncan, Dennis Rodman, Kobe, and Iverson.
Okay.
From position, like from point guard to center.
Yeah, from point guard to center.
My point could be Kobe. Kobe ran the point early on in LA, and then I have AI coming off the picks. And
super underrated with the passing.
Absolutely.
And then Rodman will be either my 3 or 4. He can interchange. And Tim Duncan, he's a solid 4, or I could push him to the 5. And then Akeem Olajuwon, he could play the 5 or the 4.
Akeem, man, that footwork is ridiculous.
So you got a real versatile 5. You got a versatile 5.
Because Kobe could be like,
you can interchange everybody, because you can interchange Kobe and Iverson.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You can always switch them around too. Yeah, you got a lot of versatility on that.
See, and that's the thing. I wanted to put AI, but he's a scorer, so I was like, man, AI, Mike, and Kobe.
Not only that, if you wanted to, your point guard could really be Tim Duncan. And everybody,
I'm not gonna do that.
He could get the ball in the post, and everybody run around.
Yeah. As a system,
yeah. Because you gotta think how some teams run their offenses now. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, a lot of teams run their off like Zion. Zion brings the ball up. Yeah, he brings the ball up and runs the offense.
Oh, he does? I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
you could do that, or you could throw it like you could play. The dude could play the point from the top of the key or at the bottom of the key. It don't matter. It's like it's the same thing with when the Lakers got Pau Gasol. Lamar Odom said it. Powell was really like our point because he was in the post. He get the ball, we can just rotate. Nobody had
passing. Powell's passing was so underrated. His passing
exactly. And HD, I don't know if you heard our starting 5s. That's why I had Bill Russell at my power forward position, because he can be a point forward, for my starting 5. And I'll just
you and Bill Russell gonna fight. Because Bill Russell, they asked him before him and Wilt were on the same team. Bill Russell said, "I'm playing center."
I know, but I know, man. But
HD in a perfect world, HD in a perfect world.
You know,
hey, my boy, I got to go with my boy Bill, man. My boy Bill said, "Look,
Bill don't play no games.
Team with Will, I'm playing center." He said it.
I understand.
I'm playing with you, Dick. You good?
No, I understand. I've heard. I understand.
You good?
No, but you know, I'm looking at it like this. I'm looking at it like this, dude. If you get, because I'm a basketball historian, dude. I love going back in time and looking at old games and films on how players played back in the day. And Bill Russell was one. I've seen Bill Russell, you know, because he can start a fast break by himself. You know what I'm saying? Get a rebound and go coast to coast by himself and finish. You know what I'm saying? And he can also pass.
I'm looking in the chat. Somebody said Oscar, Bird, Bernard King, Hakeem, and Bill Russell. That's not bad.
That's not bad.
Isaiah Thomas, MJ, KD, Charles Barkley, and Hakeem.
I like that too.
Yeah.
Bernard King, man. If he didn't,
Bernard King,
if he didn't get injured, that's another person, man.
Yeah.
Bernard King was dope.
I mean, just like I was thinking about this the other day. Just think of all the athletes in the NBA that didn't have the necessity, to modern medicine.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
And they didn't need it. They didn't need it. They were. It's like, man, they were like naturally stronger than these players that are around now, dog. You got players that really didn't even look like they worked out like that, but they were just naturally, they had that grown man strength. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Guys like Antoine Carr. Remember Antoine Carr, big Antoine Carr from the Atlanta Hawks?
Hey,
guys like
remember Kevin Willis? Remember how cut up
Kevin Willis? Yeah, of course.
Bro, I used to think that dude could move mountains, and then you see it, it's cut up as he was.
Yeah, boy.
I'm like, man, damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, that nigga's cut.
You know what I'm saying? Your boy Rick Mahorn. Rick Mahorn was naturally strong. You know. You understand what I'm saying?
That's what
guys like I don't think you really had guys around like that no more. You know.
Nah, man, not
Who was your top five? Nick, who was your five? You said.
Oh, my five was break it down. I'll break it down again. I had because most of the brothers on here chose Magic as the starting point guard. I got Isaiah Thomas as my starting point guard because I felt like Isaiah could do everything that Magic could do, and more. And I feel like, if you needed a bucket, I would depend on Isaiah more than Magic, because I felt like Isaiah was more of a better scorer. He was a better finisher at the basket than me, and he was a better shooter. Mm-hmm. Slightly a better finisher at the basket, slightly. And I had Michael at my 2 because you couldn't stop him from getting to the spots that he would get to, and he was he was virtually unstoppable on the basketball court. You know what I'm saying? And especially, he would get you more easier. He would get you more easier buckets at the basket. He would slash to the basket. His his mid-range jump shot. He's padding that jump shot by far. His fadeaway shot. Like I said, and finishing at the basket, he was when he got inside. When he got in the air, you couldn't stop that, dog. Larry Bird is at my 3. I feel like he's the greatest small forward of all time. I would say that. One of the greatest scorers, one of the greatest shooters of all time. He was a great defender as well, a very underrated defender. He was always at the right place at the right time, as well as a rebounder, and a great it's like a great passer as well. And I had Bill Russell at my 4. I explained why, because Bill was,
athletic
center, as a center. Yeah, of course. We didn't even have to go through it. I talked about that, but Kareem I had at my 5. It was tough between Will and Kareem. It was tough.
Right.
That was tough because I felt like Kareem was more of a polished scorer than Will. was slightly more polished. That's why I had him over Wilt.
Yeah, most definitely.
Who you got?
And I feel like if this man, wait, what happened? HD?
Who your 5?
Oh, my 5 was I put Magic Johnson at number 1 because I didn't really need too much scoring. Cause I got MJ at number 2, I got Kobe Bryant at number 3, I got number 4, I had Tim Duncan, and number 5 I had Wilt Chamberlain. So yeah, so I was like, I just need somebody to facilitate at the number 1 spot.
Yeah.
Who you got, Mr. KC?
I had the same thing. I had Magic, Mike, Kobe, Tim Duncan, Wilt Chamberlain.
Okay. Who you got, Sterling?
I said Magic, Kobe, Larry, Tim Duncan, and Kareem.
That's straight.
That's not bad.
Who's gonna be our coach?
That's a good question. Got to be Phil. I mean, who gonna juggle all the personalities?
Right.
Who gonna juggle the personalities better than Phil?
Right.
Like hands down, who gonna deal with all the personalities better than Phil?
That's kind of tough.
You could either give me Chuck Daly or Red Auerbach, and I might.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go out of that. Rudy T.
Rudy Tom.
Yeah, Rudy. Yeah. Them is all good choices. Hell yeah. Them is all real good choices. People sleep on Rudy T. Boy, Rudy T was a hell of a coach.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I would go with Wilkins.
Lenny Wilkins. Oh yeah.
Lenny. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He always Lenny Wilkins always strikes me as like a player's coach.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, he always strikes me as a player's coach, like that coach you would want to play for. You just have that respect for. You know
right. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, the 3 choices for a coach.
I would either have him or Casey Jones.
Casey Jones, man.
Casey Jones.
He was the coach for those Larry Bird led Boston Celtics team.
Yeah.
Most definitely. I wouldn't be mad at that at all. You know,
a freak like Larry Bird. Yeah.
Yeah. You would always. You seem like a player's coach. You know, a coach that the players would want to play for as well. You know what I'm saying? He was very very knowledgeable about the game of basketball. You know what I'm saying? He was a very knowledgeable coach. You know, didn't take no shit either. You know what I'm saying?
Andrew Walker, I wouldn't pick Popovich because Popovich sometimes make a boneheaded coaching decision. And not only that, Popovich only can coach his type of players. He wouldn't be able to coach our team.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I don't know how Popovich would do coaching, all that. You know what I mean?
He'll be trying to force his system instead of it through the players.
Exactly, and letting the players play.
Exactly. Because if Tim Duncan was with somebody like Phil or somebody else, Tim Duncan would have been exploding way better than what he was. I felt Pop used to hold him back.
I agree with that. I agree with that. That's fair.
Yeah. In a way, I felt like Pop kind of handcuffed his game a little bit.
It's Pop's system. It's Pop's system is to move the ball around.
Right.
You know, Pop's system isn't generated on give the star the ball and just let him and everybody work off him. No, it's everybody work off of everybody else.
I got the perfect coach.
You know what I mean? So that's a good thing.
I think this coach is like very smart, like, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like he's gonna be a person that will pay attention to the game, and you know, he will have the personalities like straight and actually, you know, have, you know, the personalities, you know, collide and the chemistry would go, and I think the plays would go as well too. And honestly, man, I had to go with Ty Lue.
funny as hell.
Outlaw.
You funny as hell.
Take your ass to sleep.
Outlaw, hey, you ain't trolling.
Sleepy
Please
dog.
tell me you ain't
Oh
trolling.
Lord.
You might as well have said Doc Rivers.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
Lord.
and I need
I was gonna say
last
Scott
shot.
Brooks, but I was like, no, I gotta go
I
worse
need-
than
I
that.
need a last. I need a last.
I hear that.
I need a
Okay.
last pick shot, so I'm gonna pick Ben Simmons. Okay,
Okay.
right, yeah.
Type, yeah.
Come
But
on,
yeah,
for real,
I
though,
got
I got
but,
Pat Riley. I got
seriously.
Pat
I'm gonna
Riley.
pick Australian that can't shoot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Wait,
Hold on, Valentine. Who do you say for real? Who do you
I
say
got
for
Pat
real?
Riley. Pat
Okay.
Riley.
Pat Riley.
Okay,
He ran the
There
show.
we go.
Thank you.
There
That's
we
a
go.
I
better
got my
pick.
mafia
Thank
brother,
you.
man. I got my
There we
mafia
go.
slick
Said
hair, man.
Hallelujah. Man.
There we go.
You know, Pat gonna pay.
Kobe Bryant, Kobe and Iverson would
Kobe and
like
Michael
this.
Jordan would jump him.
Man, Jordan would have just been like, "Are you serious? You like really? Seriously?"
Yeah, see, that's my only thing. I don't know if I got enough basketball for Kobe and Mike, because man, for real.
Man, Tyloo wouldn't even know how to handle that.
No, with that, if you got Mike and Kobe on the team, man, that's gonna be tough.
I can't imagine how the practices would have been. And Magic Johnson.
That's iron sharpened. Oh God.
You're right. Tim Duncan, he would be cool. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, you talking about somebody who might have the sickness worse than Michael and Kobe, dude.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Have
you seen Magic, dog, in practice?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Magic was a fierce competitor.
You seen how Magic was in that Dream Team documentary, dog?
Yeah.
He
was serious.
Magic was mad as hell when Mike came back and ran him points back on and they won. Magic was
personality would have engulfed the team, and he would have got them guys in position.
Absolutely.
He would have took it over. Like his personality would have just took the game and everybody
over Michael Jordan and Kobe.
Yes, dog. Magic. Are you
they would have brought. They would have probably respected it. Yeah. They would have respected it. Yeah, that's a fact.
Magic Johnson is 6'9".
Right.
Don't let that smile fool you. Magic would have threw hands too with both of them.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Magic was crazy, like his head.
Yeah, most definitely. But game recognized game, so they would all.
Exactly.
Most definitely work it out.
Most definitely. As long as you ain't messing up, you all good.
Who do you think Michael and Kobe put Magic on their 5?
Of course.
Yeah,
definitely. Magic on there. Dude, Magic is elite. Before Michael and Kobe came, Magic was the best.
Magic was
player,
running it.
He was the guy.
Yup, he was the guy.
Magic,
and then it was Larry.
Larry Bird
had the shoe. Remember, Magic had the shoe commercials and all that. Yeah. Magic was
he made Larry Bird concede to him. He made Larry Bird concede to him. Larry Bird just said straight up, "That's the best player ever
I've ever seen." He said that's the best player I've ever seen.
I JJ Fish.
And that's Larry Bird.
Man, Aldrin Walker.
Bird didn't give many people compliments. Bird didn't give you a compliment.
Nah, dude.
Magic Johnson won in high school, college, and in the pros.
Right,
man,
Magic was a monster, dude.
Certified winner. That's a fact.
I could throw Magic out there with 4 scrubs, and he'll make those 4.
That means he knows how to win. And not to forget, he won in his rookie season without Kareem.
Yeah.
Kareem was hurt,
but Kareem was hurt.
In the finals,
he got them. He got them to that point.
right. He got them to the point.
Don't
asking a rookie to take over the game, though.
But most definitely.
Yeah, but Kareem was there, dog. Kareem
was there, and and Kareem put them up in the series. They were up. They were up 3-2 in that series.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
But most definitely, Magic closed it out.
Yeah, you put that. That's like a lot of weight on a rookie, man.
Of course, Isaiah said Magic was a crazy dude. Isaiah broke it down best. You got 2 guys, Irvin and Magic. Irvin is, the fun-loving guy, that you could always,
Magic taught Isaiah the way to do it. He said you gotta build your team. You gotta have a personality. You gotta sell your team. You can't just be playing basketball, but you got zero personality.
Right.
Yeah.
He taught Isaiah, learned Isaiah even said that's why Isaiah is so great, is because he's humble. Isaiah don't have a problem saying this guy was better. That Magic, you got it. Magic was that guy, right? Magic walked into the stadium like you knew, okay, this dude walked in with a fur coat, nigga, Joe Namath on these cats. And backed it up. Like, this dude was in LA. You know how much pressure that is in LA to have to come through, and you still have to be a star.
Right.
That's a lot. That's why I kept telling people, like, dude, Kobe had it rough too, nigga. He was in LA. They don't care.
Exactly.
They don't raise division titles. They raise
at all.
We raise championship banners. Larry O'B's multiple
either championship or bust.
Yeah. Michael Jordan was in garbage Chicago. He made them into what
that's a fact.
MJ is the Chicago Bulls. MJ
is the Chicago. I'm thinking about no championship.
Yeah, dude. Michael Jordan is the Chicago Bulls.
Right. He was the Bulls.
Absolutely.
I don't want to hear this crap about Scotty crying like why I'm not Scotty. Listen,
Scotty, you were a role player.
Nobody cared.
You played a role.
Gonzo. We came to see Kermit the Frog. We didn't come see Gonzo, nigga. You Gonzo.
Hey, HD. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Right.
Oh, yeah, you know about that.
You already
true.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. We come to see Mike, baby. We come to see MJ, baby.
Right. And Shaq, that's what messed Shaq up. Shaq, if Shaq would have stood there, just accepted it and took the number 2 role, they would have been fine.
His ego couldn't do it.
Yeah, but you go to Miami and you turn the team over to this rookie. It's like, why you can't do that with Kobe? It's like,
this big fat ass motherfucker.
If he would have did that with Kobe and just complied, man, he would have won multiple rings, man.
Shaq had an ego. Y'all got ego.
Yeah, his ego got in his way too many times. Until he got to Miami.
Shaq going to LA was a gift and a curse.
Right. That was his that was basically his third strike. It was
because Shaq got a ring and Shaq was got Hollywood. 1. Shaq got a Hollywood, and Shaq forgot that you still got to work out. You still got to work on your craft.
Shaq forgot that he
craft.
KC,
you know what
Shaq forgot is the fact that he's a basketball player. That's his job. You're not a rapper. You're not a movie star. You are a basketball player. All that other shit is lame.
Yeah. 100% correct. He forgot all that shit. Yeah, buddy.
Y'all partying and shit.
Why does he get a commercial?
Y'all partying and shit. Getting fat.
Like I used to tell my buddies. Why does he get a shoe deal? Like I used to tell my buddies, the groupies look a whole lot better in California than they do in Orlando, baby.
Right, and then gonna take a shot at Penny sneakers.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
You know he hated on Penny, dog.
He hated on Penny.
Ego. Yeah, Shaq had that ego back then.
Penny was what he wasn't. Penny was a baller. He was a baller's baller. He had probably the greatest of all time wearing his sneakers. It's like, ooh.
Shaq, he get with Tyra Banks.
Shaq is a guy. Yeah, he mad because he took Tyra. He took all that stuff. Like, no, it's like, look, man, Penny was the baller. All you had to do was fall in line. See, that's Shaq problem. Shaq can't beat. He's like LeBron. They both need that love and attention and that what do you call it? That adulation or whatever.
Right.
To paying attention to me.
They want that praise.
Right.
Be praised.
I got the personality. He doesn't even talk like that.
And Kobe didn't care whether you liked them or not. Nigga, I'm finna
give a damn.
I don't care.
They want to know. What place are we in the standings right now? Right. That's what they worried about. They ain't worried about if you love them or not. What place are we in the standings?
And that's
exactly.
I feel that.
And that's the difference between greatness, and that's the difference between that you're just good. You're not great. You're just good. You're a good talent. Everybody, let's say, come in the league, everybody's talented. But you have to do something to separate yourself from that other guy. Like this guy here is just as talented as you. And probably could do more than you. Be a leader. First guy there. Last guy to stay in, or different things. You got to do those little things. Kobe was in there earlier than all of y'all and later than all y'all.
Yeah,
that's right. Penny was doing the same thing. Penny working hard. You over here talking about you rapping and you doing videos. It's like, dude, what do you want to do? Do you want to be a entertainer? Do you want to win championships?
I mean, he want to be in commercials. He want to be on TV.
There's video of Kobe going to put like 1,000 shots up at like 3, 4 in the morning.
5,000.
You know what I mean? Like, who does that? Who's thinking about putting? You know what I mean? We talking like Friday, Saturday nights where everybody else is out partying, kicking it with these little thoughts or whatnot. This man's in the gym.
Man, people said that they didn't even see Kobe Bryant in LA.
Exactly.
They never seen him in the clubs.
It takes a special person to have that discipline and to have that kind of work ethic. That's why. That's why, like, I appreciated Kobe while he was, you know what I mean?
I definitely
like that work ethic is unheard of. Like,
it's
crazy. Like, it's like he said, like the basketball court was that was his work office.
The way how he was playing, man,
you know what I mean?
I never thought he would retire. To be honest with you, no time soon. Like his body had to tell him, "I'm done," for him to stop. But I didn't think he was gonna actually listen to his body because of his mentality. But when he was done, he was done.
Right.
That shocked me.
If Jordan played in the 93-94 season, would they have beaten or lost to the Rockets? They would have got there.
Talking about this.
But
that's a good question, because that Rockets team, that was a good Rockets team.
Yeah, that was a good
Rockets team.
Plus Morris was still there at the time, so they probably could have. But the problem with the Rockets were they used to run a 3-guard set. Bulls' problems back in the day, the Pistons used to run that set. And Akeem Olajuwon was very hard to defend. That was small forward.
Something happened?
Yeah. He could kill you and everything. They messing with the stream. He could kill you and everything on the post and stuff. But Mike, they had guards that could have contained Mike, but I don't know. It's hard for me to.
That would have been a hell of a series.
No.
That'd have been a hell of a series.
Hold on. I gotta counter that. Mike at that time was in his basketball prime at that time. If he would not have retired if he would have played if he wouldn't have played baseball in '94, he was still. Right. That's when Mike, because Mike knew how to conserve his legs, dog. He was still out there jumping out.
Yeah, he could stop. But they had a matchup. They had different guards they could have threw at. They didn't have nobody they could throw the king.
That's fine.
Remember they had Vernon Maxwell. They had
Vernon would have got fouled out. And Vernon would have got fouled out, dog.
But you know what? I don't know, man. In a 7-game series, Mad Max gonna give you at least 3. He gonna give you at least 3, and he, you know what I mean. He wasn't scared of Mike. You gotta remember that.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine, but he's not gonna eat.
But he's not. Yeah. You're right. He's not gonna stop Mike. He's not gonna be dominant, but he's gonna give you. You know what I mean.
And really, as far as everybody else goes, in '94, you talk about Horace Grant and B.J. Armstrong. They were having the best seasons of their careers, dog.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, they were. But I still think
damn, they really fucking up your shit, HD. Goodness gracious.
Gone, but I think Houston would have got him. That Houston team was mentally tough. They gave the Bulls problems. And from a matchup standpoint on both ends of the floor.
They were. But I'm looking at because we know. I mean, of course, Hakeem would have gotten his, but you know how Bill Cartwright is, dog, with them elbows. He would have fouled Hakeem, and that would have worn down Hakeem a little bit. That would have actually worn him down. He would have still gotten his by far because
with them Gensu knife elbows.
What really would give the Bulls issues is the fact that Houston, they have shooters, you know what I'm saying? And like you said, that 3-guard rotation between Mad Max, Kenny Smith, and Sam Cassell, but the Bulls still have pieces for that. You say what?
Wasn't Otis Thorpe on that team? Otis Thorpe would have been a problem.
Robert Ory and Otis Thorpe were on that team. And Ory, and you had Mario Ellie. Yeah, Mario Ellie.
Yeah, that team had a lot of firepower. Yeah, that team had a lot of firepower, man.
Right.
That's why it's not far-fetched to say that Houston would take him.
I'm not counting against Mike. It would have went 7.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah, I would say.
I put it this way: I would feel more confident with the Bulls team with Rodman than the Bulls team with Grant. I would feel more confident.
I think you kind of underestimate them.
I would have
not to say that Grant's a scrub.
No, I was not saying that.
Yeah,
but Grant,
the strategy, right. The strategy wise, because you can move Rodman on so many different players.
I mean, yeah, of course.
I mean? Like Rodman's a key. He's a key piece, just because you can put him on different positions.
Right.
As opposed to Grant, like Grant, I mean, you can't put him on a guard. You know what I mean? You can't put him on a center. You know what I'm saying?
You wouldn't need
basically, yeah. I mean, you know what I mean? Just saying, just hypothetically saying.
Of course, but you really wouldn't need to because the Bulls actually had players that they could actually throw at Hakeem. They wouldn't stop him.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah.
Cause issues. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah. Definitely.
And plus,
that's one thing about like all those Bulls teams. They had depth.
Most definitely.
Yeah, those teams, all of them, like all those Bulls teams had depth. They had some sort of depth.
Yeah. And plus in '94 they ended up getting Tony Kukoc as the 6th man. So that would have given Houston issues as well because Kukoc was dropping motherfuckers, dog.
Yeah. Tony.
But overall, goodness gracious, C-Pen, you came up there.
C-Pen for the win.
What's going on, man?
C-Pen for the win, Mr.
I can't.
Kansas City Chiefs.
I can't bet against MJ on that one. But
that's
I mean, I believe the Bulls would have been winning and leading, and then that bench, man, was nasty. They would have got hot, and that's what we would have seen what's up. I still think it would have went probably 7 games. I think Houston was just not only that team was just they were just hitting nothing but clutch shots that whole playoff run. Mario Ellie was hitting shots. Kenny, Sam was a problem coming up that.
Sam was a problem.
Sam coming off the bench.
You know what? I'm gonna change my all-star list. I'm gonna change my power forward real quick.
He did. He made some big shots coming off that bench.
He did, but at the same time, the Bulls have counterattacks for that.
That is
like
true.
I said,
man, BJ wasn't stopping no Sam Cassell, man.
You don't have to stop them.
He was going to stop them. No, Cassell was going to piss on BJ.
You don't have to stop them.
It's not. I'm not trying to hate my bro. BJ would have got pissed on.
Tell him, Nick. BJ would have locked him down.
Man, Cassell was killing.
He was.
Put the handcuffs on him.
Right.
At the same time, they still have answers. You know what I'm saying? And people underestimate. And I know you don't like Mike, but here's the thing: you cannot underestimate that factor that he had. He was a major threat. You have to understand.
Mike is gonna get off and stuff, but I'm just saying they would have had pieces around to go at Mike. They want to stop them, but I'm saying there was no answer on that front line for Akeem Olajuwon.
Same thing goes for Mike on the back line. It's about who would outwit guys.
Vernon would have been roughing them up. Ellie would have roughed them up.
Vernon would have got fouled out. Vernon would have got fouled out.
They would have fouled out, but they had more people coming in.
Right. They would have got busted.
Hey, I'm about to change out Tim Duncan.
That team was just as deep, and that three-guard rotation gave the Bulls problems.
Right.
Bulls sucked against that type of rotation.
One of the other reasons why I would take the Rodman Bulls because of Robert Horry. Because Robert Horry could play that three, and then he's that that stretch. He could play that stretch position. So I would, imagine Horace Grant trying to go at Robert Horry. Come on.
Right.
Wait, hold on. Robert Horry, as far as what? He wasn't on the Bulls.
No. I mean, as far as defensively, as far as like my defensive, I would rather have Rodman on Robert Horry than to have Horace Grant trying to guard Robert Horry.
Well, you would have Scotty guarding Robert Horry because you have to understand something. Scotty at that time,
that's true too. That's true too.
No,
Scotty.
Of course, we know Scotty was not that. He was not the main guy, but still And plus,
But I would feel better with a Scotty and Rodman combination.
Oh well, most definitely. We're comparing teams.
That's what I should
comparing Chicago Bulls teams, most definitely by far.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
I would definitely
Dennis Rodman is the ultimate X factor. But
I believe Chicago would have lost that series, and the next year they would have got them. Next year they would have.
So you feel like they would have won 1-1?
It would have been interesting.
I believe they would have lost the
that
first.
Would be a good series.
Second year they would have beat them. So Mike would have only lost one. He would have went. He would have went 7-1 in that.
I'll take that.
I say 7-1. That first Houston team, they were unpredictable, and it wasn't just one guy. They all could get hot. And I like that Bulls team. You're right, Nick. They're prime, everything. I just don't see that team beating that team because you had Horry who could play in the post and the perimeter.
Right.
Was a very tough guy on the block. He was very tough, very underrated. Mario Ellie was coming off the bench and hitting some big shots. I just don't see that Bulls bench containing them with the young Sam Cassell. And then you had Kenny Smith, who could also give you some minutes. Mad Max could also play D as well as give you some shots. So I'm just saying, I feel like they would have lost that first year. The second year, I believe they would have won because they would have known what was coming their way. And I believe that Houston team was weaker than the team that won the first year.
Yeah, most definitely.
That's interesting. Because that second team got Clyde Drexler.
You're going to have to agree to disagree on that, but it's a good.
Clyde Drexler is pin, but I felt like Clyde.
Yeah, I feel like that team before Clyde got there.
I felt like Orlando. We choked that more than Houston won. Personally, I just felt I feel like Clyde. We just underestimated them, just like Penny was saying on All the Smoke, and Shaq said
they thought Clyde didn't have. They thought Clyde was done.
Right, and then Clyde just surprised them and showed that veteran like that old dog who still had that fight in him. Still
Clyde the Glide. You feel me?
Made some plays, and then we didn't close down the stretch, but. That's what I'm saying. That next year, the Bulls would have destroyed that team, in my opinion, because that team was done. Like they really were on fumes. They just made it through the West on some lucky stuff, like on some flukish stuff. They were making it that year. because they should have lost like a while back, like I think second round. But I think they hit a big shot. I think Ellie hit one, or one of them hit it.
Yeah. What game was that? They hit a shot against the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah.
The kiss of death. Yeah.
Right.
Kiss of death, sir.
Kevin Johnson and the Suns.
Yeah, Ellie hit it in that corner. He caught it in the corner and hit it. That corner.
That was his shot too, boy. That corner shot.
That corner shot. Yeah, he couldn't miss that.
Have Kobe and Penny ever went at it both in their primes? And if they would have, how y'all think it would have went? If Penny was in his prime and wasn't hurt, Penny would have been the greatest ball player we've ever seen.
Yeah.
He would have won that in his prime because
Penny was nasty.
Kobe couldn't.
Penny had no weakness in his game.
Kobe wouldn't have been able to stop Penny going in the post. Penny was a hard.
In the prime?
How tall was Penny? Penny was
I got Kobe.
Penny was six. Penny was a big 6'7", almost 6'8".
Yeah.
So
I feel like Kobe would have.
Michael couldn't guard him. Michael hated him. Michael couldn't guard Bird, Magic, or Penny in the post because of their length.
Penny was 6'8"?
No, he was like
Penny was 6'7".
Penny was like 6'7".
6'7",
Yeah, he was around there.
But he was
6'7"? Kobe's like 6'6".
He was a weird.
Mike was 6'6".
He was a weird.
Yeah, Mike was 6'6".
He was like a long 6'6". Mike was more like a 6'5", dog. Mike
No.
Come on,
he was 6'6".
Come on,
he was a legitimate 6'6". No, I'm not.
He won the 6'6".
He was 6'6".
HD.
I've seen them stand here.
Mike was just bulky. He was just real bulky and had long arms.
Oh man, come
He
on.
wasn't a legitimate 6'6".
He was a legitimate 6'6".
Who said that nigga didn't
Look
play
up his height.
Barkley was right there with him. And Barkley
because Barkley was 6'6".
6'5".
Yeah, Barkley was more of 6'5".
That's what I'm saying. Jordan was like a 6'5". If you see them next to each other, they're right at each other's head.
I mean, if you're 6'5" and 6'6", you basically looking eye to eye with each other still.
Mike was
robbing MJ of that 1 foot, HD. Don't be robbing him.
About 6'5".
Don't be robbing him.
HD is hilarious.
Nigga, when he shot that fadeaway, he was 6'6" when he shot that fadeaway. Okay.
No, he was athletic. He was athletic, but he was 6'5".
I mean, Kobe Bryant and MJ was standing beside each other, and Kobe 6'6",
bro. HD tripping, dog.
Come on, HD, man. Trying to rob me for that 1 foot, man.
He about 6'5".
He's not 6'5", sir.
He's 6'6".
He's not.
He about 6'5".
But I got Kobe over Penny. I feel like Kobe Bryant.
It's okay.
But anyway,
but you know what? That would have been a hell of a matchup. Both of them.
Hell yeah, that would have been a matchup.
Oh yeah,
it would have been easy, but I got a slight edge to Kobe.
There.
Because
I feel like he would have studied his moves, and I feel like
Kobe in his prime, and he would have beat anybody in his prime. Penny was too quick. He was too strong in the post. Penny
had that feathery jump shot too, boy.
He had a jump shot, dude.
Penny he had tight handles too, man.
Exactly.
He had tight handles. You got somebody. Check this out, bro. Check this out. You got somebody like the Muggsy Bogues who was pickpocketing guys. He was 5'3", you know. And he himself said that man, that boy Penny Hardaway, his handles are sick, dog. You know, Penny Hardaway.
Penny was nice.
Penny was nice. Penny was freaking nice. But to me, I feel like Kobe Bryant in his prime, I think he would have got him. Slight edge.
Nah, I love Kobe Bryant to death, dog, but nah.
Penny would have
definitely held his own.
Dude, Penny when he got hurt, it was his league.
Yeah. Yes.
It was his league.
Definitely.
He didn't get hurt. It was his league.
He gave Mike and Pip the business.
Oh yeah.
He took turns cooking Mike and Pip.
Yes.
Shit.
He took nice
you want
turns.
some, Mike? I got some for you, Pip.
Right.
You want some? I got some for you too.
Right.
Come get some of this.
Right.
Y'all ain't ready for this. Y'all ain't had this dish.
Exactly.
Hey, real quick, I gotta change my power forward in my all times list. I wanna go either Dennis Rodman or KG. I want like somebody that's like gonna get in your throat. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck KG, man.
I know you don't like KG.
What you got against Kevin Garnett, dog? Come on.
I know you don't like KG, but I like KG.
A fake tough guy, man.
Fake tough.
All right. Oh yeah. All right. Yeah. Good.
Y'all think he's a fake tough guy?
Yeah, he's a fake tough guy.
Dog.
I've heard that a lot. I have heard that a lot about KG, that he is like,
dude, Kenyon Martin.
I like his mindset though.
I've heard a lot of people say that.
Kenyon Martin exposed his ass. He said, "Nigga, you a porch puppy."
No.
Yes, he did say that. Yes, that is correct.
He a porch puppy.
That is correct.
KG's a porch puppy, man. Ain't nobody fooled by. Dude, in that era, nigga, it was Rasheed Wallace and Tim Duncan. And you had Chris Webber. Them three was the main fours in that era. And then you had KG and Dirk.
But KG was in the Timberwolves in the Western Conference. That's not easy, man.
Dude, like what you mean? Chris Webber had the fucking Kings. He turned them around.
I was gonna say Chris Webber, but I want somebody that's a dog, like that's gonna get in your face.
Without Webber,
that's facts.
True. And then KG,
that's true.
You had Sam, you had Latrell that year, you had Troy.
I'm not saying he's Chris Webber though.
You had Zerbiak, you had a squad.
Yeah. I'm not saying like talent wise. You know what I'm saying? Chris Webber, I feel like is better.
Not going anywhere without Kevin Garnett.
But I want somebody that's gonna get in your face. That's why. You know what I'm saying? I want somebody that's gonna play mind games with you as well too.
Man, look.
Well, that's Dennis Rodman.
Is great. Garnett is
that's
great.
Dennis Rodman. Yeah, that's Dennis Rodman.
Garnett's problem is when we needed him in the clutch, man, he didn't show up.
I don't need him in the clutch. I just need him to do his thing. You know what I'm saying? You got Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan for that.
Oh well, yeah. If you put him on that team, yeah, he'll be straight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he'll be straight on that team.
I don't really need Tim Duncan. I feel like I just want somebody that's gonna be like get mindset, get in your head and stuff.
Wait a minute. Oh, I got a question.
You gonna need somebody
wait a minute, because I got a question there. I got a question there real quick. If you putting Kevin Garnett over Tim Duncan, that's not a smart idea.
Oh no, the reason why I'm doing that is because 3 other people said Tim Duncan, so I just wanted to change it up, a bit.
That'll be different, bro. I'm just
well, why'd you say Dennis Rodman then?
Oh, Dennis Rodman. I feel like Dennis Rodman, he's gonna grab rebounds and he's gonna give you those dirty like he's gonna give you the hustle, he's gonna give you the rebounds, and he's gonna get in your face as well too. That's why I said it was either Dennis Rodman or KG.
It's not just about getting in your face, dog. Dennis Rodman is the ultimate X factor, bro. He can guard all 5 positions, bro. He can guard all 5 positions. He can run the court like a gazelle. You have to understand. Come on, bro.
KG's not doing that. He's not guarding all 5 positions.
Go to Vegas the night before the game, show up an hour before the game, and give you 20 rebounds, baby.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel you.
The word.
I might go with Dennis Rodman.
But
I still respect KG though. I still respect KG, even though y'all got a problem with him. But I still respect this game.
I ain't got no.
I mean, KG was cool, but he ain't Nah,
he's not better than Chris Webber either. He's not Chris Webber.
But just to comment on the original subject, since I got in super late, Damian Lillard's not lying. I just want to say that.
Okay.
He's not lying.
No.
He's a real dude. You know what I'm saying? He's a person that's gonna tell you how it is. He said, "I'm not the best shooter." I mean, most people would have said that, but he said Stephen Curry is. He put his pride to the side.
Because ultimately, that's not for you to decide. You saying that you're the best player of all time or you're the best shooter of all time, that's not for you to decide. Of course you say that. It's for other people to decide, dog. That's how
let that be LeBron James sitting in that chair.
But Dame's not lying. Like Curry is the greatest shooter of all time. He is.
Of course,
right. You can't take that from him.
Yeah.
My thing with Curry was I just wanted Curry just to step up more. And
absolutely.
That's it. I don't know he's a great player, but I just need you to step up more. Like, it's too many times that everybody else is getting the blame and you're over here smiling and laughing in blowouts and shit. I'm sorry, I don't expect that. Like,
Agreed.
We getting our ass whooped by 50. You over here laughing and giggling. And then Draymond, it's like, dog, like, bruh, what? You say you this $100 million guy, you looking more like $5.
I wish they would get rid of him. I cannot stand Draymond.
General, look, I need a nigga who gonna give me the boards and give me some points on offense, dog. I don't need you just to be a floor general. Jason Kidd was a floor general, but Kidd gonna give me a triple-double, nigga. We ain't leaving the game with no singles. And he couldn't shoot. And he still got motherfucking 15 to 20 points. What the hell? I mean, I'm just saying, like, I just don't get it. The league has lowered their standards so much for what is great. Like nobody can take constructive criticism, or nobody can take stepping up to the plate. And then everybody worried about who on what team. I'm like, dude, we didn't care who was on the team. Like, we went against you. We trying to beat you. It don't matter. You can go get 5 gamers.
Bring your 5. I got my 5, and let's go.
Like I always say, a championship is not guaranteed, no matter how much talent you have on a team.
That's true.
Because it might not work out.
Right.
It might not work out. You sure right. It might not work out. You right about that, boy.
It's like,
right. And there's plenty of teams with like that. You know what I mean?
Right,
plenty of teams that should have won.
Yeah, it's like, who cares? I've never heard that crap before when people mad because this guy go to a team. Nigga, beat them. That should motivate you to beat them.
Right.
Exactly.
The hell? I just don't get it, man. This mindset today is just crazy. Like, I don't care. Like, every time I was at any camp or wherever I went, I always played on the worst team because I just wanted to challenge myself. Let's play. I didn't care if you picked all your buddies, y'all the best team out there, whatever. We was giving them the business. So even though we lost, we still showed them motherfuckers, hey, y'all gonna have to play. Y'all have to play when y'all play against us. And these guys today are just like, man, I don't care. You know, they got him over
because they so spoiled, man.
Yeah,
think about it. Think about it, y'all. You got players that's on the bench, barely getting minutes, making $30 million a year.
Right.
What does he care about? He, in his mind, he already knows. Hey, I make too much money to get traded. You know what I mean? So they gotta keep me. Right. You think his agent? You think his agent ain't told him that? Because his agent get paid too. So you think his agent ain't told him that? Hey, all you gotta do is play good enough just to stay on the team, and you cool. You know what I mean? Like a lot of them players, you can just tell. You can just tell by their body language when they play. Read these players. Look at these players' body language when they play.
You right, Mr. Casey.
They worry more about their fashion and what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Or worry about incentives so much. Like, get this benchmark on their contract. Be like, okay, if I get this extra bread or whatever. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like the game should dictate that itself. You know, but these cats are more worried about stats these days.
They don't. It's very few cats in here that's really about the competition.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because now everything is so money oriented. It's ratings. It's this. It's that. You know what I mean? It's no more about who got the best team. You know what I mean? It's about who gonna sell the best storyline. Who gonna give us the best rating? What teams are gonna? You know what I mean?
I swear,
garbage, man.
It's like because we all remember the NBA on NBC, dog. When they first went to NBC and once they signed with the NBA, signed with Dick Ebersol and all that crap, because you know he was the cinematic. Because they didn't give a fuck about the damn game. They cared about the story and all that shit. Once that was the big that was the beginning of the end to me, as far as people caring about the game. People cared about the cinematic shit. You know what I mean? The story, the storylines. You know, all that other shit.
Yeah, but this is extreme though. Like it didn't really affect
by far
that much though in the 90s. You still had comp in the 90s.
I said that was the start of it. I just said that was the start of it. It's not. Yeah, of course, it's not as nearly as bad as right now.
Right, I understand.
You know when I said, it did it for me. You know what did it for me? When the new TV contracts came in, and when Mike Conley got that 150. Now, don't get me wrong. I ain't hating on no player getting their bread, but we all know Mike Conley was not a 150 million player. We all know that. So if Mike Conley was getting that kind of money, you already knew what other players were going to demand. You already knew. And to me, it was a domino effect.
At that time, a lot of players was just getting paid for no reason. Luol Deng, 76 million. Mascot, 68 million.
But you gotta remember though, like Luol Deng, like at least he was in the playoffs.
He's 76 million.
I mean, Conley was in the playoffs too, though.
Mike Conley was raw at that time. Mike Conley was arguably the best point guard in the league at that time.
Yeah, Luol Deng was
I mean, but can we honestly say that he was 150?
I mean, I would have paid him it because Mike Conley was balling. The problem with Mike Conley's never been his play; it's been his health. Now, if I have to consider health into it, I'm not going to pay him the 150. But at the time, Mike Conley wasn't getting hurt like that. He was playing consistent.
Right.
He started getting hurt once he got the contract. That's when he started getting hurt. So I can't blame Memphis for doing what they're doing because it's Memphis. Who the hell gonna come to Memphis? So you're stuck in a rock and a hard place. And plus, he was getting that team over the top. If he'd have stayed healthy those years, they could have pulled off some stuff in that time. But he just kept getting hurt. That's Conley's only thing. Is like he just got hurt at the wrong time when you really needed him.
Yeah,
right.
Like I was thinking like the prima donna players, the players that like are in rotation in the news and stuff. Like I was putting my mindset like if they look in and see like Mike Conley got 150, imagine what I can get, and I got all this press and everything behind me. You know what I mean? Like it took the whole focus off of okay, let's work on our game and get our games better. To hey, let's build our brands. You hear these players saying it all the time. Build our brands.
I just think people. I mean, it don't matter whether you get 100 million or 20 million. You either got that dog in you, or you just saw baby shit. It's just a fact. It's it don't money not gonna make you like a player could be over there pocket watching. Okay, you pocket watching, but what you gonna do when it's time when you get that contract? Like it's rare to find players who get that big contract. Like Tim Duncan could get a big contract, Kobe could get a big contract. They're gonna be the same guy they was when they first came in the league. They're hungry, so it's hard. Mike Conley was that same guy. His work ethic is impeccable. I mean, look at what he's doing now with Utah. Like the guy's been in the league for a while to last that long. Jason Kidd is another guy. Jason Kidd was a guy who started off with no J. We used to call him Ace Kidd.
Boy, he used to be broke as hell.
Right. And he started developing his shot. And look, even before he got paid. And then you got guys like Draymond who you give money to, and their production dips, like where it's like, wow. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it don't matter what you give. You have to. Some players you see it in them, like Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown. If I was to give them money, I would feel comfortable because I know those two guys work their ass off.
Right.
Yeah, they sure did.
It's interesting, like you say, Draymond, because I remember an interview when like they asked him like, how do you feel about people calling you Mr. Triple Single? And like his reply was, I don't care. I got my bread. You know what I mean? Like that's his mentality.
Exactly. Wait, who
like,
said that?
I got paid. Draymond. Yeah, he said that.
And see, that's
he's like, I don't care. I got my bread.
That's that LeBron James bull crap.
That's that clutch. That's that clutch. That's that unclutch.
That's that clutch.
Yeah, unclutch sports.
Instead of saying,
mindset.
Instead of saying like, hey, I'm gonna have to, just work harder, yada yada yada. Instead of saying the political
working on my shooting.
Yeah, you know what I mean? He was just like he laughed. He was like, I got my bread. You know what I mean? I was like, wow.
They get complacent.
Like
man.
that's
right,
that's their mentality. Yeah,
because they already got their rings and stuff like that.
Right.
And they feel like they don't have to do it again.
What these players today don't understand, you are being blessed. Michael Jordan at the time was getting grossly underpaid. And you guys are getting paid all this money. It's just funny to me because Mike, even when he won the second three-peat, he got his max deal. Once he got his max deal, he still was playing like a nigga who ain't have nothing. So it's about your mindset and it's about what.
Thank you, HD.
Thank
you.
Like,
but you know who to blame, right?
Oh, yeah, of course.
I mean, but still, but thank you, HD, for saying that. It's a mindset thing.
It's not only LeBron. I can't just put all that on LeBron. It's the owners. The owners are the ones who paid these dudes these overpriced ass money, like Luol Deng or Mozgov. Like,
I mean, exactly, that's true.
That $68 million was ridiculous. Like one of the worst.
But the reason why I say
contracts I can think of was like Chandler Parsons. Like, remember Chandler Parsons got it? He got that money, and he was like, it was like he got paid, and then next thing you know, he was gone. Like he was gone. I was like, man, he pulled the heights, straight heights.
The reason why I blame like LeBron James is because look at what happened to the All-Star game. Like everything they follow this guy, it's like they don't try anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's like a lazy mentality. Like you have to get the shortcut, basically. Yeah. Like that's what I feel about like LeBron James. You know what I'm saying?
I feel they do try, but it's hard for you to try when the media in the league is focused on one guy.
Exactly.
And that's the problem that happened. That problem started because before the Jordan era started in the 90s, everything was about team. And then when they went to the 90s, they promoted one guy and then everybody else, but they still promoted the team. They didn't even though they had Mike playing, they still made it the Bulls versus such and such. That's why you know everybody on the Bulls. You don't know everybody on LeBron's team because they just promote him. And that's the way they've been.
He has new teammates every year, which he's going to have next year.
Exactly. And the Warriors, even though Steph became that guy, they still promoted the Warriors as a team.
That's the thing we knew Jared Jackson.
Right. We knew all these
players.
Klay
Thompson. You knew all these players.
Monte Ellis.
Sean Livingston. We know all of these guys.
Monte Ellis.
Right. Monte Ellis and all these guys. When you got LeBron he goes from team to team. That's what the league is. You're jumping from team to team. See, people forget Kobe stayed on one team. Reggie Miller, even though he didn't win, he stayed on one team.
Right.
When you watch Indiana, you know, Reggie. You already know Reggie.
Of course.
Exactly.
You already got that mindset. Right. And then with Detroit, you knew Ben Wallace. You knew the Fro. Like, okay, Ben Wallace, that's the face. That was the face of your team. Then you knew in Portland, before Rasheed went there, you knew it was Rasheed. So you had these guys promoting different players in the team. But when your superstar, who's the face of the league, keeps switching place to place, that's going to tear your league apart. Because if you're promoting him as the best player, how can I promote you as the best player when you're going to different teams?
That's why we have to look at the list of who played in this certain.
But we can't did that. Role players switch teams to teams. That's what role players do. The only time it was only once in a lifetime a superstar would go here or go here. Like Jason Kidd got traded twice, but the first time he got into it with Jim Jackson over the chick. Then the second time he left because he was going crazy in Phoenix, but he set his home in New Jersey. He took those sorry ass teams, which I don't know how he did it, to the championship. So that's what I'm saying. That's star power. This guy here is not doing what Jason Kidd is doing, and that's what I try to explain to these LeBron fans. That dude, you could go pick the second or third tier players from the all-time teams. They were better than him. They were, because they made their players around them better. Jason Kidd made Kerry Kittles and all them better. You wouldn't have known Kerry Kittles if it weren't for Kidd coming there. His career was about done. Kidd gave him 3-4 more years. Then you had over here, you had Steve Nash in Phoenix. He got Phoenix rolled. Everybody was like, "Oh, it's the D'Antoni system." No, you got Steve Nash, who's a floor general. So you can't. Right. He got them guys better. He's sacrificing his points to get them in position. You got Kobe over here after Shaq left, resurrecting the Lakers. So you have more parity. These guys today take that challenge and say, "You know what? I'm gonna stay here and build this up." That's why I get mad at the media, because the media is not promoting Giannis and them for doing that. They're frowning upon that because they want it to stay. Like, and I'm telling people, like, everybody just said when the Nets got together, "Oh, it's over. The Nets gonna win." How you figure that? Y'all haven't been watching Giannis and them. Giannis and them hear this stuff. Giannis is mad at. He don't like that stuff. He hear this stuff. He got people telling them what they're saying. You got Kawhi. People forgot about Kawhi because of that bubble championship. Nobody wanted to be there. They even admitted
to be there. Nobody wanted to be there. That Mickey Mouse ring.
Right. That's the only reason why LeBron was pumping his chest, because he knew he had an easy ring. Everything that's easy, this guy wants to be up there for. But when it's hard, I don't want to play. He didn't want to play against the New York Knicks because he knew he would have got embarrassed by Randall. Yeah. So he didn't come play the next game, which he was supposed to play.
He's trying to avoid the Clippers in the first round.
Hey, and you look at that.
That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to avoid the Clippers,
now, right? You see what's happening in the Western Conference standings, right? I mean, you got Denver and Clippers with the same record, right?
Right.
You see what's going on with that,
right?
So,
they'd rather play Denver than to play the Clippers in the first round.
Right.
They'd rather play Denver.
They rather play Denver than the Clippers, and that's the thing that's happening. Because the Lakers, look, if the Lakers win some more, and let's say that the Blazers lose and they're in the 6th seed, and then you see the Nuggets, if the Clippers mess around and win this next game and end up in that 3rd seed to play the Lakers, see, they're trying to mess with the standings, so they put the Lakers in the perfect position to win the game. And we all see this. And that's why I'm trying to tell people, dude, it's so easy to predict this stuff. It's easy.
It is.
It really is, dog.
It's easy as hell. But especially like if you grew up in the 80s and 90s and you know how basketball was set up and played, then like stars wasn't ducking stars. Like if you'd have told Michael Jordan, who was, in the AC, "Hey Mike, you get a play in, you get one chance to get your team in the playoffs," Mike wouldn't have been like, "I don't want that." Mike would have been like, "Okay, bring it on."
Yeah,
that's all they want. Give me that chance.
Mike would have been in the first place. Yeah. Mike wasn't going to be no play. Do you know what Mike would have did to Pippen and them dudes if he was hurt and they got to play it or play it? Man, Mike would have slapped Pippen. He'd have slapped BJ. Man, Mike was crazy. Mike wasn't going to be
Like, I thought it was insulting for LeBron to come out and say, like, "Well, if my team makes the play-in, I'm not going to play." Like, how do you feel as a teammate on a team? Okay, you don't even have to be a star player. Let's say you like one of those, the 6th, 7th, 8th player on the squad. You come in every day busting your butt, and the leader of your team, the supposed face of the franchise, the league or whatever, comes out and says a statement like, "If we make the play-in, I'm not going to play." Like, how do you come out and give 100%? Like, knowing, you know what I mean? Like, your